the wall.
Hard.
Wow. He got out of that truck quick.
It's like he's trying to catch his breath. That's an interesting.
That's down at the entrance to pit road. You can see the pit sign for the 99 at Ben Rhodes there. That shows you how close to pit road he is there. And
well,
Jared Ryder.
Matt Crafton goes around. Ty Majeski is around. Caution is out. Damage to the most dominant truck of the night. Ty Majeski led 143 laps. Around he goes with his teammate.
I don't think there's enough damage to that truck to keep him from. Got a smoker up ahead. You think Matt saw that? Oh,
he just lost the nose for some reason as he got in. That was a really awkward spot for him to shoot up the track like that. Don't know if maybe there was something to do with fresh tires that maybe caused that. I know Crafton was just in.
You can see a truck coming to pit road. Know how that had affected anything. That was weird looking.
And that was quite a ways into the corner for Matt to have that happen. And we know they're teammates, right? Matt does not want that to be the scenario. And
let's see what we can see here. Clearly way faster than Majeski. Then you see the smoking tires, but he just lost. Did he just lose the back there? And then overcorrected it?
Wow, what a shock for Ty Majeski. Just minding his business out there, doing the best he can. Oof. Gosh, what a great night for Matt Crafton, you guys. We talked about him running in the top 10 all night long. Way of thinking and their setup. Corey Heim, white flag in the air. Final lap. He just keeps rewriting the record books, you guys.
It's been fun to watch, hasn't it? It's been a great season.
It certainly has. 6 wins already.
Whoa. Hello, Doctor.
Dr. Starapoli said, oh no.
Straighten her up, please.
Here he comes, Corey Heim. 18th career win, and he gets it done at Richmond Raceway. So much time and effort put into this. You can see the relief on Scott Zipadelli's face. How about an exclamation point for being the champion?
Oh,
Tyler Reddick!
Reddick.
What has happened to a guy that has led 41 laps in this race?
And that caution comes where some people have not pitted yet. This will shake the field up even more than it already is.
Look. There goes Ryan Preece. Oh, behind him. Behind him. Ty Gibbs tags him. Ty Gibbs was wrestling with Daniel Suarez and tags Tyler Reddick.
I think that wrestling match is what caused it. So, well, you watch this 54. I think this is, he's trying to duck left. You see that right front tire on the 54? He gets run over by the 99. The 54 basically is getting shipped by the 99 up into poor Reddick, who was just trying to go on by. Watch this right here. That was a little late. The contact's already happened. If we could see that one back a little bit earlier, the 99 shoves the 54 into the 45. Man, what a great car for the 45. There you go, top right of your screen. Right, Jeff? Doesn't that look like absolute contact between the 99 and the 54?
It's hard to tell from that angle, to be quite honest with you, but as loose as the 54 got, it's hard to imagine there wasn't some contact, but it's not clear that there was.
And look who got a perfect view of that, Logano, right there. Here's what it looked like for Joey.
It's not as big of a window. Stay down, 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 down.
What he's got to try to do is just carry enough speed on the exit of turn 4.
Oh.
Cody Ware.
And now this is getting to that point. Remember, every driver in pre-race talked about how many sets of tires they have. This isn't a new allotment. 8 sets has been the standard.
Cody in the back of the pack. We saw that 3-wide action, 4-wide action. They seemed to make it work, but did not work back here.
I think you maybe got a little help from John Hunter Nemechek here.
I would agree.
Here's Reddick's view.
Yeah, Reddick's like, not again. What a bad break for He and this team.
Man. Think about the night for this team. Bubba's led 81 laps. Tyler's through a little bit. He was a benefactor of that caution. There's contact between Brad Keselowski, and the round goes Chase Briscoe. Into him goes Kyle Busch. And there's a traffic jam, and Hamlin was in it. Elliott gets tagged later on around through turn 4.
Bowman was in it as well.
We got right reared after the wreck.
I'm sorry, that wasn't Bowman. That was a 24. Byron.
Past it, huh?
Yeah, so that 19 middle left, he comes off from the corner behind Kyle Larson. Busch and Chastain hit. That gets some smoke coming from Keselowski. Briscoe goes down right at the bottom of your screen. He gets turned by Busch. So there's kind of the start of the wreck. The 19 of Briscoe now spinning. Now look at all these cars wrecking right here. What I don't understand is where Chase Elliott comes from.
Because he's up the track more.
No, he's right here.
There he is there.
Oh, right there. Right reared by accident by Kyle Busch, who has no idea the 9's coming through there. Nothing nefarious, but that's what gets the 9 back across the racetrack, because the 9 is way back in the middle of this mess.
He's right behind Justin Haley.
Yep, so watch the 19 spin, and now the 88 makes heavy contact with him. The 6 comes going in here, so if we just keep watching this accident, 21 goes by, 71, 77, here comes the 7, and right there, out of the screen left was the 9 to Chase Elliott. That's why we didn't see it the first go.
Here's the Busch on board.
And then watch. He just doesn't, he's coming left, the 9's coming through.
Here you go. This is the start of it. Watch the 8 car way up the racetrack, and then he and the 1 converge right here. That's where it all starts. And then Kyle Busch into the back of the 19, who was trying to get underneath the 5, and then just all these guys nowhere to go.
I agree with you, Jeff. I think the 19 was looking inside the 5. The 5 blocked a little, which checks the 19 up, and then the 8 kind of hits it from behind.
Watch this, riding along with Brad. Tons of contact.
That was Ty Gibbs' view.
Oh, look, there's a great look at that 9. Oh. What a hit.
It was a big hit.
So here you go, right? I mean, the 8's got damaged. The nose is smashed. And he gets right into the 9.
And Chase Elliott has completed all but 1 lap this year. That incredible streak will come to an end.
Here's Elliott's view.
Yeah, this is going to hurt.
He looked like, I'm telling you, from Chase Elliott's point of view,
he's like, I'm
done. I got through it. There's some contact, but we're okay. Everything's going to be fine. Right here, he thinks he's in great shape. Then he and the 8, they make contact in the right rear, and around he goes.
So the 9, when we kind of had a pause there, the 38 was to his left. The 9, to your point, he thinks he's by the 8, right? He's gassing up. The 8 probably has no idea the 9's coming. There's a lot going on right there.
What a wreck. Look how many cars are involved in this.
Oh, man, what a tough night for the 9. Talked to Alan this week. He is right here. These 2 cars are door to door, the 9 and the 38. As we roll it forward, the 38 keeps chasing left. The 9 kind of thinks he's through, which makes sense because he doesn't see the 8, and he's kind of coming up the racetrack because the 38's coming up the race. Like, I think that is just an accident. You saw, Chase Elliott is an amazing race car driver, and he was lost until he saw the replay and exactly how he got hooked.
The difference in speed, I think, played a factor there, too, because at 9.
That's kind of what happened. It just happened at plus about 100 miles an hour.
I don't understand why Kyle Busch is into the back of Briscoe here, though. I don't. That's all the merging and all that. Like, I don't understand the entrance of turn 3.
Now, look, I think these drivers are here.
check up and see what happens to the 25. Oh, it just looks like it was misjudged. I can't tell who that was.
Matt DiBenedetto, I believe, that slid up. You know, he had been really driving through the field, tries to slide up behind him, it looked like, and as you said, just misjudged a little bit.
Yeah, misjudged it by a foot or two. Yeah, it's interesting to see whether they were telling him clear or not. He would have made that move on his age.
They're pushing and shoving.
Oh, they got aggressive right there.
Everybody getting out of line. Big dance behind the leaders, lots of sparks flying, and there goes one out of line. They're crashing as we end the stage. Caution is out. Who was leading at the time of caution? And it will be at the instance of caution when we officiate it, because this is the final lap and we pay points. Final lap of the stage.
It looked like Allgaier was actually involved in that. I saw sparks shoot out of his car.
You know, Smith at Daytona 19th, but he won at Talladega last fall. DiBenedetto was getting out of line trying to make it happen, and once he made it 3 wide, that's when the pushing and shoving really began.
Yeah, and you see Jeb Burton right there was on the inside of Carson Kvapil, makes contact with the left rear. Dean Thompson has some contact. Big contact for the 1 right there on that left front fender.
Top fives, I want the
Don't
streak
break my streak
to continue, and here he is in position to keep it going. Trouble back in the pack. 32, Raja Caruth out of line. And we stay green for now. This is very similar to what we saw with Harrison Burton earlier, and we didn't get a caution. We stay green right now.
Well, it looked like did Matt DiBenedetto get him right there? Couldn't tell if there was contact directly from the back or if he had misjudged it again. Let's see if we can get another look at it here. Yeah, it looked like Raja maybe moved up and wasn't clear, and Matt was there, but
out of line, Love going with him.
As much pushing as what you know I thought we'd see as this got down to the end. I mean, we're down to
trouble on track. 5th caution of the night. Taylor Gray involved. 51 is Jeremy Clements. Won this race 3 years ago. Not going to get it done here tonight.
Really, he was quite a ways behind this. Somehow he got into the grass. I don't know if when he was trying to get slowed down, he got run into the back of and got pushed down into the grass, but he comes in pretty late around here. Josh Bilicki also goes around.
See Kyle Sieg there, Joey Gase, Carson Kvapil.
Whoa.
And there goes Caesar.
I don't think Caesar knew there was a wreck. He came in hot. I think those guys being 3 wide is going to help Parker.
And there goes Sieg. He hits Eckes. Caution is out. A number of cars involved here at Daytona. Matt DiBenedetto, Harrison Burton, Eric Almirola, Daniel Dye.
Finally had our first big one of the night. Watch the 39 as he pulls up. You can't see it as good from that angle, but that car was just super light in the back. .25 spinning around, maybe a little bit. Oh yeah, a little contact on the left front for the 25.
You can have success, but as you said, just wrong place, wrong time. It takes you out of the equation, and inevitably with all.
Oh, Honeyman tries to make it 3 wide. Not a good move right there. You got to get your speed built up before you move out. That's good for the guys on the inside, though.
Allgaier pushes Kligerman out there. You don't want to get too far.
Don't get too far out. Yeah. Parker's has to back it up just a little bit here. He's have to block both lanes if they have that run.
So much demand, and here comes Sammy Smith up the middle.
Oh, that's going to help Parker, though, when they can get 3 wide. It's easier for him because they're all going to get bogged down. But we've seen that 8 car super fast at the start of this race. I think they're going to get the wide here, Adam.
Coming back off of turn 4 through the trioval. Kligerman is leading.
See Parker's having to work both lanes right here.
There's the white flag. Next flag ends the race. Allgaier getting with it down low. Sammy Smith pushing Kligerman outside.
Parker's in a good position with the push from the 8 right there. Long ways, though, back to the start-finish line.
Look how far out he is.
I think it's going to work out. Oh.
3 wide behind him. There goes Sanchez. Hill pushing through. 3 and 4 for the final time. They're crashing behind the leaders. We stay green for now. There's the caution. Parker Kligerman out front. Kligerman for Connor Zillage is going to take the checkers here at Daytona. Unbeatable.
A driver make a move like the 6 car, Brad Keselowski, that orange car. He could have made a left right there and gotten below Joey Logano. Well, why didn't he do it?
Oh, look at that 34 across the nose.
Todd Gilliland and
Reddick.
Tyler Reddick.
Oh,
Into the wall.
Exactly what Reddick didn't want is to have an issue early and leave the opportunity for the 48 to gain the points, and yet here he is, wrecked, running in the middle of the pack.
It happened last week in Richmond when he was running so strong. And it's happened again here in Daytona.
Came in 29 points above the 48. And here he is in the...
Remember, he's racing Alex Bowman for this position. Coming off turn 4, he and Gilliland come together. And around both of them go. And Alex Bowman right behind him, he had a front row seat of it.
Sure did.
That is big damage. Remember last week, he lost 28 points to Alex Bowman last week in that incident. And now, early in this race, a problem.
And really, Steve, same as last week. Wrong place, wrong time.
Wrong place, wrong time, but their choice to be up here, they really don't need to. Jeff just mentioned it. I couldn't tell if the 45 came up or if Gilliland had no idea the 45 was there. That was really odd to me. It didn't look like the 34 got out of shape like it was a handling issue. It looked to me like not a disagreement, but maybe a miscommunication about real estate. I don't know if the 34 thinks he can move left. That's what it looks like.
Well, look how much higher the 45 is than the 48
yeah,
behind
that could
him,
be, yeah. That's what's always hard for me is just what is the bottom, the middle, and the top lane, right? There aren't dotted lines for every lane. There's not painted lanes.
Here's a great shot of it. Remember, this is slow motion. When you're sitting in that race car, there's nothing slow motion about it. You see, I feel like Reddick's coming up and Gilliland's coming down.
Might be a little bit of equity on both sides.
Yeah, and that's usually what happens. And you see the bright orange at the A-post. Those are those new A-post ducts. First race. It's much like the roof flap. All it's trying to do is help keep the car on the ground. You see them on both sides of the 45 continue to pop open right there, that bright orange A-post.
And look at that nose cave in. Yeah. That means the splitter's on the ground. There's a good shot of it.
So, it's just odd. Like, you would think at this point in the race, not a lot of pushing and shoving, but Jeff, you mentioned it. It's not as easy as it looks, right? Going around here at these speeds in the community.
Line. It was announced today that Connor Zillage will be racing full-time in Cup, and there's a big one here. Around goes Bubba. Busch is in it as well. There's Bowman. Bowman's in the wall. Stenhouse is in there. So too Cindric. And Zane Smith.
Is it going to be this kind of night? I mean, it has gotten wild already.
Well, it was good while it lasted.
Good while it lasted, says the...
They get 3 wide. And I don't think that Bubba knows that he's 3 wide that low because he's in the middle of the racetrack.
Toyota on board for Bubba. I'm with you. I think he thinks he only has one car below him. He ends up with two because if we go back and watch it again, the 22 of Logano kind of gets put in a bad spot, which is going to hurt Logano. He's going to go backwards. So watch right here. The 22, there's fire out the pipes. The 8's going to get to the bottom. The 5's going to be outside. Now, if we freeze it right there, the 8's bottom, the 22's middle, the 23's top. But Bubba Wallace is in what would be the middle lane of the racetrack. As we roll it forward, I don't think Bubba knows he's 3 wide top because of where he is on the racetrack. He starts moving left, and then Kyle and Logano get to get, like Logano has nowhere to do. He's out of the gas, and that's it. The 23 comes across the nose of the 22. But I'm with you, Jeff. I'm just not sure the 23 of Bubba Wallace has any idea there are 2 cars below him while being in the middle of the racetrack.
And of course, it's at the front of the pack. So now all of these guys that had nothing to do with the wreck whatsoever, they come piling into it with nowhere to go. Big left side impact on the 2 car of Cindric. And several drivers that felt like they had a good chance to win this race tonight, that is now either damaged or gone.
The Maytag on board here. Oh my goodness.
That is exactly what it's like. He felt like he was going to roll right through it, and the next thing, there's a car sitting in the middle of your hood.
Here's Alex Bowman's view. There were 3 drivers in particular who skipped their way through. Carson Hocevar, Ross Chastain, and Justin Haley found a clear passage through. This was not a clear passage for Kyle Busch.
All right, so let's go back and watch the beginning. Watch the 5 hit from the 5, then the 22 and the 23 get together, and there it goes. So a lot happened all at once. Right there's the first contact, and then it just continues.
I think it's as simple as the 23 gets so close to the 22, he kind of just gets pulled into it. And, you know, you just can't turn the wheel right 90 degrees. That doesn't work. So he's trying to get off the 22, but it's just not, you know, we're watching it in slow motion. Can you imagine how fast this happens in real time? I mean, like right here, look, he's basically touching the 22, and then all of a sudden it just pulls him left. Either way, the result's the same, which is a huge wreck. And this hit right here for the 2 car, he shows up on the scene right.
Boom.
Man, oh man.
That is a big hit.
And then how about this? The 38, Zane Smith thinks he's through.
Yep.
Like he is, that's much like what we saw to Chase Elliott last week, right? He's like, oh man, I'm through. And then he gets turned by a wrecking 48 car.
It's just everybody is so close to each other. Any little mistake, and this is what you get.
Well, that ends up being Justin Haley's night right there in the 7. Go back and have that near miss of the 23.
And Hocevar and Chastain.
Yeah, great.
They were all down on the apron there.
And look, if you win tonight's race, it's going to be shocked that you're not a near miss somewhere if the race is anything like this.
By the way, folks, while we've been showing you these sequences of replays, the race has been red flagged. So cars are stopped on the approach to the tri-oval as the crash zone, all the debris, everything's being cleaned up. That hit between Bubba Wallace and Austin Cindric, it doesn't get any better no matter how many times you see it.
No, watch the 2 car. That is just a blunt impact. Man, those hurt. These all hurt. I've been in many of these wrecks, and I got to tell you guys, it's easy to sit in this seat to make, and then there's other people in this field that have won. Already, they know they're in the playoffs with nothing to lose. As this race starts to narrow down, up Denny Hamlin.
Oh man, a big flat right front tire on the 11 car. Obviously damage. I'm assuming it's because of a tire rub or something. We'll see if this will create a caution.
He had damage earlier in the night.
He's only heading into turn 1. This is going to have to bring...
Tire goes down, probably from a tire rub, something from the damage. And then that damaged something else, and you heard him say, I can't turn the car. So car ends up the racetrack. All he could do is stop.
I believe we're going to see a packed pit road
And Steve, you know this. There's not much I can do to prepare for Daytona. This is Coleman Presley and Joey Logano. Can they bring it home
the
now?
22 gets spun.
Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, get it straight. Still green here, still green, still green, still green.
22 will spin to pit road, so the yellow won't come out.
After leading for 23 laps in this Coke Zero Sugar 400, the caution does come out.
Yeah, when it went straight into the grass, I think it forced NASCAR to throw a yellow. And now he's stuck.
Freaking stuck.
The frustration in Joey's voice when everything had been going so.
Contact, and then contact to Buescher as well. You wonder how much damage he has. Did they touch here, Steve?
Man, I don't know if the 43 and the 22 touched or if the 22 just got loose. If they touched, it was very slight. Hard to tell from this angle. I mean, he's spinning. You don't know if he would have saved it or not, but then the contact for the 17 ended it. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Look at this. Look.
There's a gap between Jones and Logano there.
I see a gap still.
I don't know if there is contact.
Man.
But what kind of damage is on the 17 of Buescher? And with 12 laps to go, can you afford to come down pit road and look at it, work on it? Probably not.
Nope. Nope. You're going to have to learn that there's too much damage after the green, because it looks to me that it folded in below that right front headlight.
Yeah.
You see right with a number.
To the white flag. 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank. Cole Custer has gone to the front of this race.
He's gotten way out in front, though. Look at the gap that he's given Blaney.
Larson in the middle. Haley down low, being pushed by Chris Buescher. 3 hopefuls in the top 4 positions. Now Haley goes up to the fence, comes back down across in front of Cole Custer. Ryan Blaney now comes into the mix. Can you believe the finish that we are about to see? Cole Custer and Ryan Blaney. This would be epic for Haas factory team. Ryan Blaney ahead of Custer, coming to the line. Ryan Blaney's gonna do it. Wow, they spin across the line, but it's Blaney who gets it done and continues his amazing run of late. And that keeps Alex Bowman in the playoffs.
Just looking in his mirror and getting the energy from behind to get to the start-finish line first. It would have been an interesting finish with the 41. He was below the yellow line on the back straightaway.
Tough part about hitting the truck, and when it grabs the right rear and hits the front, now he's got a flat tire.
He has a bigger issue right now. Chandler Smith, who led the first 10 laps of this race, got into the wall a little harder than expected. He got a lot of damage.
I'm going to say that first wall incident probably pushed that.
Take another look at it.
Oh, yeah. Flat right front for sure.
And this is what we talked about, guys. It's that risk versus reward early in these races, and then as we look from the 9 truck right here, you'll see that right front tire. But I think you're exactly right, Todd. I think that when he hit the wall the first time, it got the fender down on the tire, and now he's got a problem.
I think he's got a flat.
Lane is off the pace. Here comes Grant Enfinger, and around goes Caden Honeycutt. Caution is out.
My goodness, what a lucky break for Lane Riggs right there. Not so lucky for Honeycutt.
That happened in a hurry. Battle for the lead. Corey gets around. Lane's got an issue, and we have the first caution for incident today.
Yeah, and you see the right side. You can't see it right here, but the right side of that 52 truck is torn up pretty good.
Take a look at what happened here. Caden Honeycutt. Andres Perez.
And the hard part about it looks like Honeycutt just ran him over right there, but the hard part about that turn 4 exit, when you're down there running the bottom, a lot of times when you come off the apron, that thing will take off on you as it goes up the racetrack and come out from underneath you with the back or slide the front, and it happens in a hurry. You run out of space right there.
On board with Raja Karuth. Hard to see what exactly happened there. In the air, 1 lap to go here at Darlington.
Well, you've seen the strength of this 11 team all year. They've been in contention with lane rigs most of the day, but got a great restart here on the final run of this race and gave himself the lead. Clean track, and he's taking advantage of it.
2021, Corey Heim flexed that muscle and showed the world who he was in the Truck Series. He made his debut, led laps that day. He comes back in 2025, and Corey Heim gets it done. It's Heim time at Darlington.
Iconic events are iconic for many reasons. And here we are in the 75th anniversary of the Southern 500, and the Cookout Southern 500 is on. The real race to become a NASCAR Cup Series champion begins now. Wow, and around goes Josh Berry. Berry into the wall. He had a brilliant qualifying yesterday, and it's all come undone.
Lap 1 of the playoffs. Every driver talked all week long about having to survive this round. And already a huge deficit for this 21 team.
That 21 spun very quickly. I couldn't tell if it was a tight exit of 2, probably the tightest part of the racetrack.
Every driver's talked about how hard you have to drive these race cars. Berry on the bottom of the racetrack, going to the throttle, and it just gets loose. Simply got loose. Made contact also. Not sure if there's damage on Reddick's car as well.
I only saw the second spin, but just watch this 21. A wiggle first. First wiggle, right over the bump. Then he gets loose, gets into the door of the 45. The 45, light contact for sure. Jeff, some damage, heavy damage on the left rear of the 21.
Watch the 21. Watch it bounce. See it bouncing right there? He gets loose, loses control. Reddick, contact with the wall, Steve. I'm just not sure how much damage he has.
On board with Logano, yes.
Steve, I think Joey was very lucky. Watch this.
Oh, wow, very lucky. And I'm not willing to say that all the cars in front of the 22 didn't have issues. Let's see here from the 8 of Kyle Busch. He gets involved as well in the stack up right here. Just that's what happens. My point is, other cars that didn't get spun around, it doesn't take a lot of damage, nose to tail, kind of beating and banging to maybe knock the ductwork loose or something like that. You know, contacts like this, that seems harmless, but these cars are precision instruments. They're going to touch the right side on the wall all day, but that nose and front splint are very important.
Josh Berry had no idea that that car was loose. It snapped on him, then he tried to correct it. When it hit those bumps, he just simply lost control of the rear of the car. Here's a great shot.
Well,
that car bottomed out.
Bottoms out. You see the smoke come out from the back of the car?
The entire corner, it bottomed out.
That's right. I think that's the best look we just saw of the bottoming out. Now, we expect the cars to touch a little bit on low air, but that right there absolutely bottomed out, then got loose, and around he went.
And you can make...
Aaron had to get told to come back. Meanwhile, Cody Ware and the Parts Plus Ford has issues. Cody made heavy contact with the wall yesterday in qualifying, and unfortunately, he has suffered this here tonight and cannot get going.
That saved SVG. He was close to getting a lap down. He wanted to see and needed this caution.
And Christopher Bell. Wow. Oh, boy. Good Lord.
Ryan Preece makes contact right there.
Too bad for the 51. So what I was saying, because the 51 has to be assisted back, he'll have to be put to the garage. Now, not out of the race. They can repair the car.
There's the view for Kyle Busch. Was able to squeeze through the Morgan on board.
The year that Kyle Busch has had, he was pretty sure he was going to slide right up in front of it.
This is pretty interesting.
3, the 2-time Southern 500 winner. He wants to make it a 3-time win. And they leave him behind, and Blaney's around.
Get off the brake, get off the brake, get off the brake.
little bit of contact.
Let's roll. You're fine. Right side tires are up. I can't fail. Right front's down.
The concerned look on Jonathan Hassler.
3 wide, or looking 3 wide. 8 below, 54 above. Oh, the 8 gets super loose. 12 tries to avoid, and the 3 gets in the back of him. Kind of a chain reaction. It starts with the 8 of Kyle Busch getting loose, saving his car, but his checkup in speed gets the 12 checked up. The 3's down here, and he just gets into the back of the 12.
Victim of circumstance.
Absolutely. This is pretty impressive. I don't know if it's luck or great driving, but right there he gets off the brake. I'm going to call that driving. He gets off the brake, which gets the car to swing back. If his tires are locked down, I think he hits the inside wall, Jeff.
Yeah, just a little bit of contact with the back of the car, but nothing that's going to hurt them, I don't think. Right there. Just kind of kissed it a little bit. He was as close as he could possibly be to the car in front of him. And watch this right here.
Still out there. Still there, 22. Still there, 2x2 in your mirror. Still out there.
They just
Keep coming.
just did not get slowed down.
He was the meet in an RCR club. Chase Briscoe, Tyler Reddick, Eric Jones. This is it. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Who do you think's going to do it? We'll have the answer real soon. Here comes Tyler Reddick. He's only just over a car length back. It's going to come down to turns 3 and 4. And Reddick throws everything he's got at Chase Briscoe.
Close enough.
Is he close enough? Briscoe's able to move by. This was the race that changed Chase Briscoe's life last year, and he's done it again. Briscoe wins the Southern 500.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Butt whipping right there. Awesome job. So we needed the good old school.
He said in the lead up to this.
Was the brake letters going? Yeah, well, I mean, it's just, I mean, it's one of the, it catches your eye and it tells you that he's driving really well.
It's a caution. That'll end the stage. Jordan Anderson in the 32. Fresh off a week where all 3 of his cars finished top 10 at Portland. He was running 29th when he got into the wall. Big time damage here.
Yeah, that can provide that heat that overheats the right front and cause a failure.
From a pole to a 9th stage win in Eckes. Caution comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Final
Tire down.
lap of the opening stage. Jordan Anderson, you see it here. Hard into the wall, turns 1 and 2. It's the NASCAR Xfinity Series on the CW. The bank that puts money in your pocket. Connor Zilic leading, and he's got a stranglehold on the regular season championship, and we're going to get a caution. Second for incident tonight, and that's Jed Burton, who's been in the wall.
Interesting, another one of the Jordan Anderson cars. Yeah, looks like a right front issue. You got to wonder if it's, you know, an air pressure, camber.
It's really like pit stop and all the strategy that would come with that. Now we revisit what brought out the caution.
And you see here, just off of 2, the right front goes down and a hard impact to the outside wall.
Really good speed, but
middle lane to 3rd.
I love looking at the telemetry.
Kyle Busch around after making up all those positions in this opening stage.
Leaders middle 1 and 2. We're not yellow yet. They don't see it apparently. Caution though.
Now the caution flies. What a shame. That was such a productive run for Kyle. This is the place by the way.
Just trying to leave the corner with lots of speed, and just around it comes. We've seen this multiple times. The car just doesn't talk to him. He doesn't know that it's loose. And before he can do anything about it, he's aimed in the wrong direction. It's just not telling him I'm loose. He's in the gas.
I think this just shows how difficult these can be to drive. Some guys, Kyle at times, make it look so easy. But when you're on that winless streak, he's trying everything he can to hustle this 8 car to make sure he's holding up his end of the bargain. And here he spins the car out by himself. Quite shocking.
You heard his teammate Austin Dillon, talking about how bad his, and that was going to give him the best opportunity to get stage points.
Josh Berry again. Unfortunately, he crashed early in the first playoff race last weekend and buries in the wall. He was running 15th at the time.
Yeah, he had also pitted trying to work himself up through the field.
Broke.
Oh no, that is done. He's done.
Let's show you a view from Chase Elliott.
Contact there for sure. Watch, Josh Berry is underneath Logano, trying to get underneath Logano. And then contact with Chase Elliott.
What an escape for Eric Jones. Was able just to skip through. Watch the car closest to us here.
Oof. That's a big hit. Big disappointment for this team, but they have a lot to build on. They had a lot of speed in the races.
I go back to what he told Kim Kuhn in Countdown to Green. As Briscoe locks up, Suarez is in the wall.
One here, we're still green. Hello, yellow, yellow, start talking to me about it.
Not sure what started it, but you... Yeah, it's a super heavy braking zone, Steve, and a little bit of contact prior to getting to turn one, but just 19 car locks the left front up, and then it doesn't turn. When that left front tire is sliding, it is not going to make the corner.
Yeah, I mean, shocking to me, he locked up the tire. I agree with the heavy braking, but unlike a Martinsville where you see it in practice, I haven't seen any tires lock up, but somewhere in that 3 wide and the entry speed and just in a situation, but no doubt left front locks up, gets into the 99, sends him into the wall. That flat spot on the left front of the 19 will probably require a pit stop. Oh, it'll just be a good look. On board with Bell. You know, like, it's not like the 19 was going way faster than the 20, but obviously something upset the car enough where that left front locked up. And now with 80 or now 79 laps to go in the stage, this is kind of a fuel window.
Hello, yellow.
No, there you go. Unless, of course, somebody spins out and the yellow comes out.
Ty Dillon in the DraftKings Chevy for Kaulig Racing. Let's see if we can decipher what happened to Ty Dillon here.
Yeah,
oh,
contact. Yeah, he just wasn't sure who that was.
It was his
That's
brother.
His brother, yeah. Well, it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle with the 3 team today. Car has just been a handful. I'm sure he got down in the corner and just couldn't keep it on the bottom.
Let's have another look at it. Look to the top of your screen.
Yeah, he just gets to the bottom of the racetrack, gets loose, gets up there and gets his, unfortunately, gets his brother. I've been there. It's a terrible feeling.
What was
You've
that
been there
conversation
specifically
like? By side with the Team Penske driver. Chase Elliott is in the mix too, but look at Hamlin.
Hamlin's trying to roll the middle. He does it. Oh, we're wrecking.
It's Shane Van Gisbergen and the WeatherTech Chevrolet.
Caution, get it rolling here if you can. Barely touch the left rear on the wall. Should be fine. Get it turned around here, all good.
He was running 18th.
And had done a lot of good work to get back into the teens.
Yeah, it just gets loose. Back of the car, just comes around. I would say the 45. Tyler Reddick got pretty lucky right there. He could have easily been taken out. Let's ride along. This gets loose. And ahead of him, the 24 was having an issue as well. Let's go back and look at the restart. How did Bubba Wallace lose the lead? He goes to accelerate, gets hit from behind, and I don't know if he just couldn't get going, had the rear tire spinning. It was like a bumper jam for like 5 rows behind him. Check it out.
Oh, trouble.
The car in the wall, Lee.
Ty Dillon in the wall for the 2nd time today. He was spun by his brother earlier.
Bring it to the bottom.
Caution is out.
Oh, a caution in the middle of the cycle. We're going to have to take a minute and just get it all untangled to see who's where and who needs what. Let's see what happens to the 10.
So he's ahead of Chase Elliott there. 4th car and shot. Here he is.
On the brakes there, but something definitely fails. You see the fire brake or wheel bearing, or, I mean, it looks like brakes because he's not slowing down at all. So definitely a rotor, I would assume. This is a very awkward racetrack. You lose a lot of brakes and they cool dramatically. They heat cycle, they crack. We've seen them explode before. Very fortunate it happened there and not at the end of the straightaway for Ty Dillon. Could have been a really massive impact.
To go, presented by Credit One Bank. Hamlin is within 1.25 miles of a win. He has finished second here the last 2 years. And in this young history of NASCAR Cup Series competition at Worldwide Technology Raceway, with Hamlin's pole yesterday, he made it 4 different pole sitters in the 4 years. And in just 2 turns and half a straight, he's going to make it 4 different winners in 4 years. What a run from Denny Hamlin. He has led the most laps. Hamlin wins in St. Louis and books a spot in the round of 12.
Boys, 200 for Toyota DH. Great job. Great execution, everyone. Be proud of that.
Coach Gibbs
that lets that outside truck be able to push
already. Trying to hang on to it. Comes to a stop, doesn't hit anything, but has to take a ride down pit lane. Just like that.
And that's what we're talking about. You know, we see these mistakes. We haven't seen how this happened.
These big moves. Here's a big move right off the bat, lap 1. Trying to get 3 wide underneath the 7. And, yeah, just it's tight. And that other piece, too, that traction compound's not in yet, right? That grip is not there yet. And pretty early.
Another angle here, the contact between Corey Day and Lane Riggs.
And it's just one of those moments where it's probably not necessary this early in the race. And you can see right there at the end, it's like, oh man, do I want to be here? Do I not want to be here? Not really sure. And then you wind up in a bad spot.
I mean, at that point, you're committed, right? Like once you're almost to the door number of the truck that you're inside of, you're kind of like, I'm here. And it just kind of ran out of space.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right here. It doesn't look bad. We barely hit it, no toe out or anything. I mean, was I not there plenty? I mean, what the heck? I mean, you're out of tire. I tried to check up. Damn.
Lane Riggs was running 7th at the time.
You get up top, you find the speed, he's going really fast. There you see him in that blue truck. Gets up into the fuzz, right? The dust. You don't want to be the first one to dust it off. Got a little bit too high. And on the last lap of the stage, he goes down a lap. Still going to be the lucky dog, but still, you know, you got to start at the tail end of the field versus being the last car in a lead lap.
And a lot of jet skiing.
Oh, he just dumped him.
Oh, around goes Tyler Ankrum into the wall. Caution is out for the 3rd time tonight. We'll have to take another look at this.
And Ankrum got really lucky right here that
run from Caden Hennicutt off the top and just I drove in the back of him.
Yeah, and I think that Caden was in a position to where, hey, I've got a ton of momentum. I've got a ton of momentum up on the top side, as you see the 18 spin right there. I've got a ton of momentum on the top side, and it's just, you know, sometimes how you hit him in the back bumper, but he stayed on it.
He got him.
40 laps to go in stage number 2. Under caution for the 3rd time for this incident, Tyler Ankrum spins. Trucks he's getting, Dylan Capello, his crew chief, got married last week. He was there celebrating with them, and what a moment this is going to be. Final lap at Bristol Motor Speedway. Lane Riggs looking for the checkered flag for the 3rd time this season off at turn 4. He does it. Lane Riggs wins it at Bristol Motor Speedway. What a drive. He does.
Straightaways and mid-corner speed over 100 miles an hour. So you're absolutely flying around here in these low downforce cars. We've got a caution out.
Whelen caution lights are on, and that's fitting because we had the Whelen onboard camera view. And the first yellow of the night is going to be for the 28 of Kyle Sieg. 28 car, 28th in the running order. Couple of them getting sideways there.
Yeah, it's a little after the fact. It was Billy out of 4 and down the front stretch. Here's another look at it. So Leon Honeyman on the top side. Kyle C gets into the right rear. That connects with Ryan Ellis and a bunch of cars sideways. Somehow they all got away with it.
Nice save by the 71 of Ellis there. Early caution, Allgaier leading at Bristol.
Inches, which means they're going to be pushing really hard here. It's just up the road from Justin Allgaier. Good for them as there's a bit of traffic as Corey Day is going around. Oh, and Stephen Parsons gets into him.
Second caution of the night. Comes out inside of 10 laps to go on the stage.
Yeah, 10-4.
It may seem late, but things happen so fast at this racetrack, and you're going so quickly. As we look here, just how they entered. Yeah, it's just got to give him the room there. Jesse was definitely squeezed down from Corey, and I think Corey was trying to adjust to the car on the outside at the same time, and there just wasn't enough room for the both of them.
As we the third. Here is that incredible save.
I mean, it's just absolutely sideways. You can read the side door numbers down the front straightaway. Take a look at it here. We hear about loose race cars. Well, here's one in action. Often you fight loose on entry here at Bristol because of the way you load up into the banking of the corners. The front tires getting gripped before the rear. You want the car to be loose to help it turn through the center, but not that loose. That's a little bit too much. Just all these cars skirt by. Anthony Alfredo so close to him there.
Going to be 82 laps
on that nose of that race car. It gets a little hotter as with cautions out.
Look at this, 6th caution of the night. Carson Ware in the 07.
Looks like Carson was already pretty sideways there. Possibly a little bit of a bump from Sam Mayer.
Not aggressive enough. 0 trying to make a play. He too's got the fresh tires. Harrison Burton is there. One racing with 26 to go. There goes Gray. Caution is out.
Wow, and he doesn't get into the 42 as hard as I thought he would there. Anthony Alfredo got in the wall. Let's take a look at some of all this that happened on the restart here. So that's Connor Zilic and Harrison Burton. Then you see Jeb Burton getting the 0. Taylor Gray bounces off of Jeb, gets sideways. There's the 42 of Anthony Alfredo, hard to the outside wall, trying to avoid Taylor Gray. And this is 3 or 4 cars all trying to be in the same space.
You know who really impressed me? Sheldon Creed, and the driver that we were going to focus on the tires was going to be Zilic, but man, Creed was really aggressive on that restart going through traffic. He's never won in an Xfinity car.
He threw a slider here earlier. He didn't do it that time, but he might clear him in a second.
Creed to second. Is there enough time? Driving down below Almirola, coming to the checkers. Creed is there, but it's Almirola who wins it at Bristol.
At the moment.
6 is great. Lead lap in 6. I would say we aren't trying to pass anyone. At this point, we're just settling in.
Oh, Alex Bowman around in the 48. One of those drivers on the wrong side of the cut line.
And like that, Briscoe should receive the free pass and get back on the lead lap. A lot of tire conservation.
Oh, just contact. He's on the bottom of the racetrack, and like the 35, Riley just kind of squeezed him down in there.
Left front might have touched the apron below that yellow line, Jeff. Oh, yeah, right there. He just not enough space for the 35.
And look, what he's trying to do is stay as low as he can because he knows it's going to eat the tires up the higher he is, and he just misjudges it and squeezes the 48.
That's the view from Ross Chastain. Here's the view for Chase Elliott.
You know what that is? That's Bristol.
Yep.
Yeah.
That looks like an old school Bristol spin.
Lucky escape for 2 other playoff drivers as well. Christopher Bell went on the
tires. We didn't see this at the start of the race.
Right.
We didn't see any of this.
The yellow guy was spinning down the front.
Caution is out, and it's for Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
McDowell spun around as well.
Ricky ran really well in qualifying yesterday. Was running well in this race.
Eric Jones as well. And this reminds me.
Riley Herbst, there's contact from the rear. Stenhouse goes into Van Gisbergen. What happens to Jones and
it's backwards on the bottom already.
And McDowell may have taken evasive action.
Yeah, I'd probably trying to check up, and the guy behind him didn't get slowed up. Typical watch behind. There you go. Just trying to slow down, and there's Bristol.
Bell gets a free pass, so that's a lap back for Christopher Bell. Now the challenge is, Jeff, I don't think you can put tires on because you just don't have enough. right? I mean, you have to get 50 laps out of each set of tires, or reasonably close to 50 laps.
And spinning the tires like they just did, spinning out, that's certainly.
So the field will pack up. We'll go back to racing after this latest caution here in Bristol. Bass Pro Shops night race. Back in a moment.
The bottom up on corner exit. You have to know that the 77 of Hocevar, the second you give the bottom up, oh, we got to spin, SVG.
Van Gisbergen in the Wendy's entry for Trackhouse.
You're rolling, you're rolling. Stay on track.
And unfortunately, the way tonight is going for SVG fans out there. This is going to be
scored lap down car, so he would be the eligible car, but deemed to be involved in the incident with contact to the rear bumper to 88, so therefore no free pass. Byron's still a lap down. Bottom, Hocevar had other ideas.
Yellow, rad fan on, rad fan on.
Caution is out, and it's for Shane Van Gisbergen again. More troubles for the Wendy's 88 from Trackhouse.
Hey, you spin into turn one at Bristol and don't hit anything. That's pretty good. Unlikely, but yeah. Can you imagine? That's a great point, Steve. I mean,
well, because late model racing around the country.
that's why he spun out.
Yeah, okay, Ty Dillon. Yeah, I'll give you that. But late model racing around the country, and especially in the last 4 or 5 years with some tire limits, tire conservation has become a real key to winning late model races. So a lot of these guys that have oval track raced their
in the race line. Oh, the spin in the back.
Cole Custer.
Get back rolling here.
Toe link broken on the right rear. It's got a mind of its own. You know the famous Mike Tyson quote, everybody has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. Well, everybody at Bristol has a plan until you get hit in the bumper. Then you decide to lose your mind and try to push and run harder. Let's see. Oh, Ty Dillon straight up the hill.
Well, he was kind of in a tough spot there. He had the 67 of Corey Heim. He wasn't sure if he was going to be 3 wide. Pretty sure that's what happened.
Yeah, leaving like that lane.
Yep. He wasn't real sure what to do there. See right here, see Corey Heim, 3 wide. He gets down in here and he starts to say, okay, I'm not going to do it, but there's no way that Ty can understand he's not committed to being down there. So Ty was trying to give him room. Cole Custer paid the price.
Jeff, I'm going to get shirts made. You've been saying this for years, but the bottom groove Bristol is my favorite Bristol. I think that right there.
Off so far for Toyota-powered cars. Toyota's led more than 700 laps in these 3 playoff races so far. The next closest is Chevrolet, not even 120, as Noah Gragson runs into some issue.
Going the rush
said his name
center
once tonight.
Yeah.
Rusty Rush, I saw him this morning, longtime supporter.
Yeah.
Stage. Ty Dillon's right behind.
Oh, that's just getting hit in the right front tire, and he just spun him out.
Teammates.
34 of Todd Gilliland.
Round he goes. That eats a set of tires up. That put Ross Chastain back in the lead lap in 22nd. Yeah, that just kills the tires, Steve. Another set of tires gone, probably.
Yeah. While we've got the time, I want to give a special mention. There's a lot of
the bumper to him,
trying to sneak his way through and force his way through on the inside.
Yellow.
Problems for Chase Elliott.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Talked about the driver of the 9. He came in 28 points above the cut line. He has not scored, I believe, any stage points tonight.
This is the view from Denny Hamlin. Oh boy.
Well, there was contact, but I don't know if the 42 hit the 9 first.
That's Austin Cindric clear.
Looks like the 9 tries to get another look at this. Is he not trying to slide in front? And then he gets hit?
Yeah. What I can't tell is, I was trying to wait to see, but it came by so fast. He's trying to get in line, there's no doubt. And the 42 makes contact. I think that's fair to say. I don't know if the 42 got shoved into the 9, if the 42 was there anyway, if there wasn't room for the 9. The result's the same, though.
The spotter said the 11 got into the 42. There it is.
Is that before or after the 42 hit the 9?
Exactly. It looks
I
like
think it's after. I think the 40. What I think happens, that's the replay I'd like to see again. What I think happens is there's a hole. The 42 overdrives the entry, trying to fill the hole. The 9 thinks there is a hole. He turns left. That's the contact.
Next time. Next time. Just got to stay down, hug that low line. Oh, there's contact with Stenhouse.
Yellow's out, yellow's out, yellow's out.
That was Wallace and Stenhouse together.
See that again. Just thought that the 23 was going to be a little lower, I think, and just made contact with him. 23 car, watch his left side tires. On the yellow line. Remember, he saw that come to pit road, and he just didn't stay on the yellow line. And remember, he's run through the tires. He doesn't have the grip he was expecting. Gets up the racetrack and spins the 47. Now, I know some people are going to say he needed a caution, and he got it right there. I'm sure Ricky Stenhouse may have that thought. See his hand all the way out the window right there?
Stenhouse was 21st at the time. And this is the second time he's been spun tonight, right? Ricky was sideways earlier and had a pretty good comeback.
Let's see, and a little bit of contact, maybe not enough damage to hurt anything there. See his hand out the window? He's pitting. He's turning to see, and he hit the curb. I think he hit the apron. I think he hit the yellow line, and the car goes up the racetrack.
Tell us more, Marty, about Bubba Wallace. Oh, problems for Kyle Larson. And hanging on to it the best that he can, and he can no longer hang on to it. The guy who dominated the last two races here, we have not seen him at the front tonight at all. He loves this race.
As hard as you can, top right of your screen, you see the 5 very loose into the corner. Hard to tell exactly what happens. Big correction. Unfortunately for Suarez, he's to his outside.
That's a big impact.
One of the stories before the start of this race tonight is the 5 of Kyle Larson going to dominate for the 3rd race in a row. And unfortunately, the HendrickCars.com Chevy has not been seen at the front. This is Hamlin getting up into the wall.
Yeah, he got just too high and gets up. You see all that debris on the racetrack, all the tire marbles. He was in big trouble. This caution saved him.
Tyler Reddick, there is the 1.
Oh, man.
Oh, big crash into the wall. Denny Hamlin and William Byron. Was it Byron who lost a wheel?
Someone has lost a wheel on the racetrack. The 11 was just on pit road, so I have to believe it was the 11.
Yep.
Denny Hamlin said, I blew a right front. That's what happened. Then you see the right front gone.
Worldwide Technology Raceway. And with this misfortune occurring with AJ Allmendinger and the wall, it's no worries. He's still through to the round of 12.
Was the contact cause some kind of problem here? No, you can hear it.
No, I think the wheel goes first.
Yes.
Now, what's crazy is he was last on pit road at lap 368. This is 384.
So watch this right here. He's turning into the corner. And is there contact?
You see the spark? Did you see the spark before they hit? That's the right front hitting the racetrack. If we back it up and see that one more time, I think I start to see the right front come loose and then a shower of red sparks. That's the right front trying to exit. And if we take a look at the center of this wheel, I think it's still there. So the wheel itself hasn't broken on the... And that's hurting him, because even in traffic, he slows down, although that lap...
Into the wall goes Bubba Wallace.
That's going to bring out a yellow, I believe.
Caution's out, caution's out.
Caution is out. That was a hard slam. All right. Now Alex Bowman might like his chances a little better. and how key that was to get back on the lead lap just in time. What happened to Bubba? Approaching Keselowski. Oh, he got tagged by Custer.
Yeah. Much like what 23 did to the 47, I think the 41 was just going up the racetrack.
Watch this. He just comes off pit road. See him blending in, coming off pit road. Maybe he may have been on scuffed tires.
Yeah.
He didn't have any grip when to get in the corner. Couldn't keep it down.
So now the question is, we have 8 cars in the lead lap. Keselowski, Bell, Blaney, Logano, Hocevar, Corey Heim, Zane Smith, and Alex Bowman. Who has good...
Joe Gibbs Racing has dominated these 2025 playoffs with Chase Briscoe, with Denny Hamlin, and now it's Christopher Bell, who's 1 lap to go, thanks to Credit One Bank, away from victory. But Keselowski's not done with yet. Here comes Brad. Hits him hard.
Good, perfect. Stay
Bell
on, dude.
sustains it, and Bell's gonna drive to victory. How about that? Christopher Bell in Bristol.
Going into turn 1 already, 3 wide up front. We've got Tanner Gray around behind him, 3 trucks around, Brent Cruz involved, Connor Mozak, Ben Rhodes, and the caution is out. This is reminiscent of what we've been seeing the last few weeks, guys. Caution comes out in the first 10 laps.
Brent Cruz had a great day yesterday practicing. You can see some heavy damage there. Regan, we didn't oversell it. We knew they were going to be aggressive, and it started right here on turn 1 of lap 1.
And you see up in the front, when basically Chandler Smith overshot the corner a little bit, Tanner Gray did the exact same thing going into turn 1, and whether they got on the splitter, maybe something like that happened, but those...
The push right there by Majeski. That made it hard to turn when he got there, Regan.
He gets that big chub that you talked about, Michael, and as he went to the bottom, maybe something happened to cause him to just lose the front tires, overshot the corner, but behind him, what that caused was a gap between Tanner Gray and Ty Majeski, and I think Tanner did the same thing. He got into the corner too far, and it caused him to shoot up the racetrack in the same opportunity to really understand what's going on when they get old on tires, as we see 3 wide here down the front stretch. With
Trying to,
Robert.
and
Trouble.
contact.
Oh,
no. Daniel
Hendricks
Hemrick.
into the wall.
The 0-2 goes around as well. That's Jason Alexander.
That was a mess all the way down the front straightaway.
Caution out for the 2nd time. Drivers going 3 wide, trying to work their way around lap traffic.
There's the, maybe he escaped it.
There's Hemrick, moves alongside Raja Karuth. There's Jason Alexander, try to work their way around Caleb Costner.
What a, there, oh no, you saw the contact by the 19 truck battling for his ability to stay in the playoffs. And that's a lot of damage, Regan. That was a hard hit. Watch.
So give us a better idea here, Michael, as to how hard. Oh, and you hear that contact, and that's the worst corner of the truck you could have that damage on, especially in New Hampshire. That right rear quarter panel.
And I think it snapped the front back into it.
The Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone. Corey Heim in the outside. The 98 slow on the restart.
Spun the tires and didn't get going. And look at Tyler Ankrum makes it 3 wide.
Chandler Smith in the 38 on the bumper of Corey Heim.
And as you look at Chandler Smith, having gotten up to that 2nd position, though, that could be a very valuable point right now as this race plays on. He's going to do everything he can right here to hold Ty Majeski behind him, and you see Ty trying to work the bottom of the apron down there. A little bit of extra grip back behind him.
Big wreck behind him. Connor Jones into the wall. Turn number 4. Oh, Christian Eckes. McAnally Hilgeman Racing driver here for the 2nd time this season.
There's a little contact by the 62 of Christopher into Eckes, and it shot Christian up. Did you think Connor might have been, that just looked like a racing deal.
And it's happened a little bit prior to that, but so often at Loudon, Michael, we see that, right? Somebody goes down to the flat, you'll see trucks and almost getting all the way down by the grass at times. And
watch the 41 as the 62 bumps into the 16. Oh, and then the 16 turns up into the 41. It's just a racing deal there. You know, the 62 didn't do anything overly aggressive. Made a little contact there.
Trying to make some hay. There he is, top of your screen. Caution is out. 69 goes around. That's Derek White.
Looks like that truck might have a little fire.
Definitely, as we see clearly, some damage to the right rear.
She just blow up, looks like there.
Possibly. Maybe is that the front tires locked up, Regan?
Yeah, I mean, you see the tire marks on the track. The front tires definitely appeared to be locked up, and not sure if it was because he got to the brake pedal so hard because he knew he had a problem going into the
Yeah, maybe that was the deal. He smelled the smoke and knew he had a problem and locked up the tires.
Derek White, the Canadian driver.
Talked to him about this race specifically. He felt like, given the fact that a lot of competitors don't have experience here, he felt like this could be an equalizer of sorts. Caution on track, Jamie.
Patrick Emmerling in the 7 truck goes around. That'll bring out our 5th caution of the day.
And Regan, you did it to us again.
I don't know what happened. We just lost.
I know this is going to be a surprise to our viewers at home, but so far it looks like Corey Haim's pretty dominant. Is that a fair statement?
You're going out on a limb right now.
Did you pick him to win?
Oh, trouble.
33 goes around. Tyler Tomasi. Caution comes out for the 7th time. Big impact.
Josh is up. We've seen that today already, and unfortunately Tyler was there to take the brunt of it.
And a tough spot to get turned around. You're not expecting it, and there's really only a few ways you can save that when you get turned around right there, and it's either to jump on the gas pedal and
Caden Honeycutt in the 52 is taking a look on the outside. Oh, trucks around Tony Breidinger, Matt Crafton, Ben Rhodes. Caution.
Man, we just talked about Tony getting back on the lead lap.
Oh, Andres Perez is around. Led 47 laps. What a mess.
That is a mess.
Heavy.
So let's see what happened here.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Hard impact straight on for Tony Breidinger. She's out, thumbs up to the crowd.
Briefly for a moment there.
Like, was Ben trying to get between them, and maybe the hole just closed? That's Ben Rhodes there in the orange truck. Matt Crafton.
Really tough to tell. We've seen a couple incidents like that today where a truck maybe thought they were more clear than they were going into the corner, and just didn't end like this one did, but unfortunately it just hooked her all the way around.
To put it all out there and just come up that
White flag is in the air. Final lap. Greg Biffle won 9 races back in 1999. Most wins in a season. Corey Haim wasn't even born.
Hello, Greg.
What a day it's been for Corey Haim. He's led 123 laps. It's just been a magical season. As he comes off of turn number 4, Corey Haim gets it done. He wins at New Hampshire. He ties the all-time wins record at 9.
Amazing first round, qualifying lights out. It's the 51 right in front of the leader of Blaney. My goodness.
Get back in front of the 11.
That was good fortune for Ryan Blaney. Cody Ware goes around, and Blaney was able to avoid it.
Backfired.
What an awkward time for the caution to come out.
Very awkward, right? Because we'll probably restart here.
Well, they're trying to stay in the lead lap. Remember that. 34 in the 3, and Austin Dillon say, hey, man, I got to get going here. 12 locked his tires up.
Yeah,
he flat spotted him.
I think that's going to be an easy answer for the 12, whether he needs to come to pit road. I mean, they all need tires.
Look behind him. I saw 12 of Barry way up the racetrack. Here's why.
He locked the left front up as well.
Yeah, they did. They're all just trying to get slowed down.
So my point in this is 7 to go right here. I assume, we'll see what NASCAR does, but say pit road opens with 5 to go. We'll restart with maybe 2 to go.
Advantage Josh Berry down on the outside. SVG to the bottom, but I think Berry, contact!
And around goes Berry. There was contact with Van Gisbergen, and caution is out.
It's been that kind of racing lately for Josh Berry. They've had good speed, but it hasn't mattered. Tons of issues. What to make on the bottom. Josh Berry wants to pinch him to not give him the lane that he wants.
I know it looks like the 88 is running what you think the lane is, but really the lane is a diamond. You kind of come back to the bottom. I think the 88, I put that on SVG. Let's take a look from here. Jeff, you've done it. What's your opinion?
Racing happens. I mean, you know what I mean? Like look, it's easy to watch in slow motion and say, well, this guy came down a foot and that guy went up a foot. But the fact of the matter is, they're racing for track position on a very difficult racetrack to pass, and the two of them come together. If you're a Josh Berry fan, you say, hey, the 88 spun him out. If you're an SVG fan, you say the 21 came down on him. It's just racing. Something we've seen for as long as NASCAR racing has happened. We've seen this.
Here's Hamlin's view.
Come on, caution.
How in the world did Reddick miss them?
Yeah, it's a great point. Reddick right behind that. Larson.
Well, let's go inside the 88 of Shane Van Gisbergen and have a listen.
Yeah, I didn't mean to spin him. He just
Josh Berry has the advantage. SVG throttles up, rolls the middle. The 21 comes down, and there's contact. And Josh Berry is trying to pinch him off to keep him from having momentum on corner.
You would think. I think we should show this on camera for the next few laps, because I'm not sure they're done. I think they're very frustrated with one another. Oh, here we go. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yes, sir.
Gibbs goes around.
Yellow's out.
Off the front end of Hamlin.
Leaders is off of 4.
Look at him shake his head on the bottom left. Danny Hamlin's frustration. That move in 3 and 4. Now look, the 54 raced him hard, but Denny got all the way up there and then raced him off the corner, and that was it.
What?
Track in 3 and 4, and that was the, hey man, I've had enough. Time to go. Denny Hamlin just simply sends him around. Now
Cody's rolling to you. Side 11. Yellow's out.
Steve, you've been in these situations, right? Team dynamics, young driver trying to make his way, 2 drivers behind him in the playoffs. Ty Gibbs just not giving any ground whatsoever. This will be an interesting Monday for all these guys to sit down and have conversations.
It will, and I'm trying to put myself in Chris Gabehart or the executives at Gibbs' position, because, you know, I want every driver to give me the best for their car. But where does that change? Where do you concede to a teammate? And I don't think that's a clear line. I think each organization, each team is going to have a different line. I don't know what has been, decided in the meetings or said ahead of time. So I'm trying to understand.
Logano on the inside. Here comes Hocevar. Hocevar up on that higher line.
He's done that the entire race, from the drop of the green flag, spin in the back.
Multi-car incident. Cars going everywhere. Van Gisbergen, Keselowski, Haley skipped through there. Busch involved.
The nose to the left.
And Daniel Suarez, 2 of the 3 Trackhouse cars involved.
Talked about restarts, how aggressive they would be. We have seen it.
Front damage.
Let's have a look. And look a little further back. Oh. Keselowski, Christopher Bell got away with that, I think. Skipped away. Keselowski into Van Gisbergen. Here's the view. Build submarines forward.
2 outside, 2, 3, 3. Keep going.
Brad,
Up.
Brad was almost hit the inside wall. He couldn't go any lower.
I think he might have hit it.
Watch this. So we talked about running the bottom of the racetrack. There's no banking down here. They get bottled up. Brad goes to the bottom, and there's a wall right there.
I wonder if there's a tire mark or Bet one of our cameramen can take a shot of that inside wall over the tunnel and see if there's a tire mark from the left front tire of the 6, because it sounded like he hits it. Look up here on the upper left. Here we go. Middle of your screen, you're going to see this. He's going to catch this wall right.
He does hit it.
He does hit it. Wow. I didn't.
Remember yesterday when we were in the pace car and I said on restarts, if you got to run the bottom, be right up against the wall?
Yeah.
There we go.
There it is.
There's
there
so
it
much
is, right
grip
there.
down there on.
All right.
Wow.
Ooh. It gets up the racetrack and gets into the free and then spins out. Remember, there was contact between those guys earlier. I don't know if that had anything to do with this incident.
That was the view from Tyler Reddick just a moment ago.
A lot of damage, big impact.
All right, Jeff, you coming to pit road? See how I asked him before he could ask me?
Yes. This is what we talked about earlier. 12 car was catching these guys. 12 was trying to lap them. Austin Dillon
Dominated by the Team Penske Fords. Joey Logano led 147 laps. Blaney, after he completes this circuit, it'll be 116, and it'll be the victorious one. Are we watching the beginning of a championship campaign for Ryan Blaney to become a 2-time NASCAR Cup Series champ? It sure looks like it today. From practice to the front row to victory lane, Ryan Blaney wins in New Hampshire for the first time.
Hell yeah, fellas. God, I'm exhausted. Thank you, guys. What a weekend, man. Congratulations. Thanks, guys.
And that was an awesome battle too.
You see that outside groove just does not have the grip. The bottom looks like they do. Both those cars on the outside, you can see them chasing their cars all the way.
Burns around. Goes for a ride. Brennan Poole avoids him in the 44. Second caution of the day. Jeb was struggling a lap down back in the 29th spot when it got away from him.
We actually saw a shot of his. Justin comes back up on the track. They're going to be 3 wide. We got Justin Bonsignor spun into the wall hard.
Justin Bonsignor head first into the wall off the corner. It had an outstanding day.
That's big impact.
A lot of time inside the top 10.
He had a great day going.
Yes.
He did. We've been talking about him all. Oh, big impact.
Here they are coming off of turn 2.
Oh, it's almost like Nick just misjudged that. I mean, it almost wrecked Sanchez as well. You slide up, you get tied off turn 2, and it's almost like he just misjudged how much room he had right there. And unfortunately for Justin, he got caught, and then you start heading for that inside wall. You see the impact. Those rear tires come completely off the ground.
Going to go in the air this time for Brandon Jones. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
No need to push the issue right here. He's got almost a 3-second lead on Connor Zilic behind him. He can ride right behind these guys. Just bring it home.
He was at Joe Gibbs Racing before, went to Junior Motorsports, unable to make the playoffs the last 2 years. But he comes back to drive for the coach, and it's been a great 2025 for number 20. Hello, round of 8. Brandon Jones, the king at Kansas.
Total domination right there, Brandon Jones. Great work.
The multi-time winner in Cup Series competition here at Kansas. Right today, he's up against it back in 27th. Caution's out. And it's for Cody Ware.
And speaking of Kyle Busch, he should be the car 1 lap down. NASCAR should confirm that, but I believe he will get the free pass. Keselowski right behind him, who ran 1. Ooh.
Oh, boy.
I thought he had said something about the left front, so I don't know if the left front went flat. It looks like it's dragging right there.
He had just been to pit road as well.
Yeah, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, he had run long, trying a different strategy, and he had just come off pit road. He said the left front blew. With tons of speed. Bell is able, oh, wreck off turn 4.
Uh-oh. John Hunter Nemechek and the 60 of Ryan Priest.
You talked about it, Steve, how wild these restarts are, how aggressive it is. A couple laps after dropping the green flag. Got to get going. What happens here? Oh, just Priest comes up the racetrack.
Yeah.
Gets into the side of Nemechek.
Priest needed 3 lanes to try to save whatever handling issue he was having, and he only had 2. Looks like it starts tight, and the back kind of walks around. Eric Jones is fully on the brakes.
Cindric.
Playoff driver Cindric sneaking through.
Yeah, he looks like he got tight. Like he was in the middle of, leaving the corner, just gets tight. Can't get slowed down. Wow.
I take that back. The statement about the brakes, no, he was just wide open. Just stayed wide open. Unbelievable.
I mean, look at the 2-car Cindric. Whoa.
Straight through the gap.
Seas parted.
Wow.
That was in the teens. Priest and Nemechek were running 16th and 17th. Super close call for Austin Cindric.
There's a pretty decent damage on the right front of the 60. High-speed track.
Racing, 52 laps to go here in Kansas. How bad is this situation for Hamlin? How well can he manage it? Big crash into turn 1.
Caution, caution, caution.
Caution's back out.
Logano's involved.
Cindric, Gregson, Hocevar, Stenhouse Jr., and there's Logano, as Jeff said.
You get the right rear of the wall, get tangent to left rear a little bit.
Stacked up. Noah Gregson in that green and white 4-car was the first one to kind of change lanes, but it was because of the stack up.
They were just ping-ponging off each other. Gregson got into Logano, went the other way, got into Cindric. Cindric then got into his own teammate. Here's the view from Riley Herbst.
Up the back. Top of 4, stay in it. Coming up to you, coming up to you. Just stay in the wall. Stay up to the wall. Stay up to the wall.
This is Cindric's view.
Now let's look above. That row 8. It's where it all starts. I just feel like the timing got messed up, Steve. They left the restart zone. Somebody didn't get going as quickly as anticipated, and they all started kind of just banging into each other. Here's another shot.
Yeah, somewhere around the 88, 38, that row kind of gets checked up, and then the pushing and the shoving, they get misaligned.
This is Gregson.
Since that brush with the wall, the only transmission on the radio was Cliff Daniels saying, great job saving that, and a caution has come out here with 15 to go.
There's debris on the track.
Oh, yeah. Tire carcass, it looks like, and that's probably from who?
Yeah, we saw him in the wall a little bit ago. So you have to believe that had something to do. And watch the right rear tire comes out. It comes off. That's just the carcass of the tire, and then it actually goes up and just sits right in the middle of the racetrack. So now, let's go back to Denny Hamlin. So we think that this is easy.
The 4-time winner this season up against the Brickyard 400 winner. And the caution's out.
Caution.
Carson Hocevar around.
Now, who is the leader here?
Oh, no caution.
No caution.
Pardon me. Now it flies.
Let's see what happens to the 77. He's up into the wall. Yeah, maybe just gets a little help from behind. Probably get checked up after hitting the wall. Spit out of lane. Let's see. Yeah. Looked like he was in the wall. The 17 tried to get to his left. At the 77 come off the wall across the bumper of the 17. But then you mentioned it. I thought it was an instant yellow. It was a delayed caution.
When it counts, Bell gets a good jump.
A push from Reddick, though. A little better draft help.
Bubba Wallace now edges the front. Toyota's at the front. It's Wallace, Bell, and Briscoe. And then Tyler Reddick. Look at the line chasing here. Larson tried to defend. Wow, they almost come together into 3. Briscoe right up against the fence. Wallace has the inside line.
Contact.
Caution is out. Oh boy, Zane Smith on his side. And over.
John Hunter Nemechek just drives into the left rear quarter panel with Zane. Zane climbs the wall, gets on the left side, and just rim rides it all the way around. Not sure I've ever seen that before, Steve.
No, it reminds me of Brad Keselowski decades ago at Fontana and Xfinity cars. The only time I remember, and then when it finally gets perpendicular to the asphalt, it catches in, and I can tell you those look like slow tumbles, but I guarantee inside the car, those are some very hard hits. Scary situation right there. Driver against the asphalt for a long, long time. The 42 got sent back up for a really hard hit, and then right here, these are very, very tough tumbles against the asphalt. And then that one lands. You know, there's no more air in the tires. It lands right on the frame rail.
We saw an Xfinity wreck like this years ago at Bristol. These are, when Nemechek went back across the racetrack, he got into Barry and shot both of them up to the right. Big contacts, big impacts.
Ty Gibbs involved as well. Saw him sideways through turn 4.
Wow.
That one there would have been
just vicious.
Oh, yeah. Violent, noisy.
Unfortunately, the safety systems in these cars, not just the car itself, but the seat. The seat has head surrounds. It limits the movement of your head, so your head cannot get to the left side of the car. Watch this, it's really weird. Like Nemechek just gets in there, just gets into the left rear quarter panel, and then he just climbs the wall. Then Nemechek across the racetrack gets into Josh Berry. I don't know if Nemechek just misjudged the entry speed. Good to see Zane get out.
This will be wild.
Things happen so quickly when they first happen, but this takes forever when you're in that car. This part.
Here's the view from Kyle Busch. So Nemechek tagged Ty Gibbs before he came down and got into Josh Berry as well. Be helped by their teammates, or if at all. Let's have another go at it. Back under green to try and finish off this Hollywood Casino 400. Wallace in front for the time being. Briscoe goes up high like he did a little earlier. It's a drag race down the back stretch towards 3. Bell looks good at the moment. Briscoe goes up high. Hamlin's hugging the low side. Look how close these two are here. And here comes Chase Briscoe. It's the 3 JGR Toyotas. Wallace Wallace is still hanging on. Hamlin has come up into second. With those power steering issues, the man who has led 160 laps today still has a chance on this final lap. Briscoe's in the wall. Bubba's hanging on. Here comes Hamlin. Driving that car with no power steering. Bubba's in the wall. He's fighting his boss for this win. Chase Elliott comes through on the inside. Oh my goodness. Chase Elliott. How about that?
Go! Yeah! That's my man!
Chase Elliott and Hendrick Motorsports win in Kansas.
What a race.
What a final lap.
Green flag is in the air for the first time. We're racing at the Charlotte Roval.
Oh,
sideways around
Lane
those
Riggs.
Lane Riggs right away.
And Heim in the wall.
Heim in the wall. Grant Enfinger issues as well.
Yeah, and it looked like Grant Enfinger got loose and got the 34 tank swap in there. But we've seen this so many times.
Into turn one, watch this.
Let's look and see what happened here. You're going to see the yellow truck of Grant Enfinger try to get to the bottom, and it looks like he just was not clear.
Lane Riggs on pit road. Fixing.
One's back on if they don't have any damage.
Ben Rhodes, huge hit. Front and rear of that truck.
That one may bring out a caution. Maybe not.
We stay green for right now. He gets going. Brent Cruz out front. Great battle we saw there briefly by Caden Honeycutt and Gio Ruggiero for second. Oh,
expected some spins here and there, but I didn't really expect it until we got to turn 7.
Caution is out, guys, for the first time. Let's listen to the radio.
I don't know if something broke or what. The rear just came around and I couldn't even save it.
And that's exactly where it is right here.
Yeah, it looks like he kind of gets wide, a little bit too much speed off into the grass. That's what I said. You get off into the grass here, there's just things to hit. And those tire barriers, you see him going flying like that and just destroys this truck.
So hopefully they've figured out where.
He there in the 41, Tyler Ingram. Parker Kligerman knows how to find victory lane, knows how to get around a road course. Running 7th right now. Timmy Hill around.
Never know we get by Timmy here.
He just stopped in turn 17. All right, gets it refired.
See what happened here.
Oh, it just looks like the Dawson Sutton there got in there and got into the back of him and turned him around right there.
But she's got another opportunity right here. He's nice and close.
Couple other issues.
Ooh, see the 50. Oh, man.
There's water in those signs.
Yeah, that was Dawson Sutton that hit the sign right there.
Watch the sign explode here.
And I think that was Timmy Hill trying to get even from earlier. Remember, Dawson Sutton spun him out earlier.
He doesn't like simulation. Oh, Josh Malicki. He was 4th. Dive bomb corner.
Dive bomb city down there. I could hear the rev limiter of somebody spinning a donut.
Booth up here.
Let's see what happened here.
Golly,
man.
17 pushing the 45 in there and shoved the 45 right into the back bumper of the 41.
We talked about that earlier, Kevin. Like
He's back there right now, and Ty Majeski is really the one in the position with the fresh tires in front of the crowd that pitted so far. Check up those fresh tire guys as much as they could right here, but you see Ty Majeski just go in there and way too far and wipes a bunch of them out.
We're talking about the day he's had. They're wrecking all over the restart zone area. We've got a truck around. We stay green. There he is, Jake Garcia. There's a reason we have talked about him as much as we have. Corey Heim comes out of turn 14. 3 corners to go. Corey Heim gets it done. He wins at the Roval. Corey Heim is the winningest driver in one season. 10 wins is the most ever for a driver.
Right, and there's that wall to the outside, and it's banked, but it's easy to do that. That is a hard hit into the wall. These are composite bodies. You can get away with brushing the wall. That's
well,
a really tough hit.
The body will give and go back. The suspension will not. You see right here, Daniel Dye drives in there too deep. Alfredo's the victim. It's going to happen a lot today in that corner because you're so vulnerable as you take the nice job getting stopped right there. Pay his penalty.
Oh, a little
Alfredo
contact.
and Matt. That's very similar to what we saw with Sam Mayer earlier. Anthony didn't do anything wrong. It was just 3 guys trying to make it through that backstretch chicane. There's just not enough room.
Maybe what they needed for the 8.
Oh my, it's like a Hail Mary call.
Wow.
And the prayers may be answered for Sammy Smith. This is
the infield. This is turn 5, carrying a lot of speed, just loose. And he's going to run out of real estate very quickly. And you're going to see him kind of come into the picture. So while it did climb, it was a little bit of a glancing blow. Here you go.
Well, those are tire barriers.
Right.
Right.
Kind of compresses and becomes a ramp.
Yeah. So maybe because it did climb the wall and it's the tire barrier, maybe not a lot.
Phil told his driver.
Well, I love the idea of, hey, I'm not sticking to my plan, as we see a huge lockup right there. I believe that was a 77 locked up. Caught the 2 of Cindric. As we see these cars sneak through, Cindric still sits backwards in the middle of it. The 77 will do his stop and go. The 2 probably will. Oh, it doesn't matter if the 2 stops or not. He's broken. Right rear toe link is broken. So let's take a look. 77 is the car locked up. Front tires haven't rolled yet. Still haven't rolled. Just a huge mistake by Carson Hocevar. It wasn't ill-intended, but a mistake still the same. It spins the 2 out and I think breaks the toe link.
You see this a lot. Cars locking up. They're coming off of the banking of NASCAR 3 and 4, and it flattens out, and they'll lock the tires up and just slide them forever. I'm sure those front tires are damaged, and really the 77, let's see if he stops. He never came to a stop. He's still rolling. The tires never stopped rolling, so he still owes NASCAR a penalty. He's got to come back and stop.
Nothing has gone the way of Austin Cindric today. One thing after another for the driver who came in 12th and last in the playoff standings, needed a magical weekend, and unfortunately for the driver of the 2, it has been anything but, and not always his fault either.
And we're on board with the 1 when that all happened. Can you imagine that? This is on, he's hearing that somebody's coming, but he has to make the corner. Bang! And just like that, blindsided, nothing the 2 could do. You said it, Jeff, nothing's gone right for the 2. Back to the conversation, the 1 at Chastain. What I was going to say is up the road, as you get through this smoke and your heart starts to settle, you know, the 22, Joey Logano, your target of the day, is only 4 cars up the road, Jeff. So I think you could try to do something to watch this on board with Hocevar. I mean, you know, all I was thinking, surely not Ricky Stenhouse again. I mean, Hocevar and Stenhouse have had a lot of run-ins this year, and here's a 77. You mentioned.
Bill was all the way on the apron of the racetrack. It just couldn't hold it down there. Had to lift. Larson got into the back of him.
That was good hard racing. And the 3 of Austin Dillon in trouble. Have a look at what happened to the RCR driver. Oh boy.
Have a lap and a half for the 1 car to try to hold off Hamlin. The 88 has already taken the white flag. He's so far ahead. So a caution would end it. We are on the white flag lap. A caution would end the race.
Here's the 11 car. The 11 car is to the 1. He is going to get to him. There's the 34.
Here comes Gilliland.
Getting the 11.
Just 2 points in it.
The 1's going to have to defend for all he's worth. I'm sure he understands the task at hand. He's now on his final lap, the 88 on the top of the screen.
No rear grip on the 1 car at all leaving that corner.
He was stuck exiting turn 7. So now that brings it to a point above and a point below. for Ross Chastain to the good. Joey Logano a point down.
Well, remember, Chastain still has a
In by one.
Oh, smoke out of the 88.
By one.
Van Gisbergen, top box. There was smoke from the 88. It was going sideways a little. He's headed down to the backstretch chicane on the final lap. Can he nurse it home? He's got 18 seconds to just crawl around with Kyle Larson in pursuit.
And Chastain now is taking one to go.
I don't know how Chastain can hold these guys behind him. I don't think there's any way.
Unbelievable. Thank you. Thank you so much.
In a very humble approach, Shane Van Gisbergen answered all the questions and said, I'm not necessarily going to be granted a win in this race, but he's got the win. SVG wins the Roval.
Oh, yeah, boys.
The race is on to make it to the 8, to the round of 8. The chasers are coming to take points away from. Things are going in Joey Logano's favor. Incredible. Whoa! Oh, and around goes Ross Chastain. And Denny Hamlin, and Chastain wants to come across the line in reverse, just like AJ did. And he has. My goodness. We promised you it was going to be a wild finish. Did you ever think you would see that? Logano makes it to the tune of 4 points. And Ross Chastain literally gave it everything.
All right, so here's Chastain. Has to have this spot. I mean, he is in this corner deep. Contact with the one, but there's no way he could maintain control. Throws it in reverse, trying to get to the line, but all those cars got by him.
2 cars came across the line in reverse. AJ Allmendinger.
No, Ross and Joey. Joey gets the tiebreaker.
And Ross Chastain.
Oh, they just crashed off of 17.
Just wrecked City to try to make it in.
Oh, boy.
Chastain is not going to sleep tonight. 2 problems on pit road. And without that, he probably is going to be in the next round of the playoff.
That's absolutely right. We can talk about the decisions to pit and all.
Behind him, let's see if that plays any factor in this. Nope, you see that car? Look at that. What a save. Look at that.
Incredible. Sideways in the corner, gathers it up. And I realize they're spread out in the middle of this run, but he only loses one spot. Turn 3, final time. We're going to come get that last set of tires anyway. So I think everything will be all good there. Look at this. Creed coming to pit road.
Tire out right there.
Wow. It almost lead in traffic. Connor Zilic gets by Jesse Love. He's out front. 29 to go at Vegas.
Jesse barely missed the entry of that corner. He had a little different angle.
Caution out for Dean Thompson. 4th of the night. 2nd for an issue on track.
Jesse's angle into turn 3 was off because of the lap cars, and when he missed the bottom, you see Connor's able to just drive in there and pack a little bit of air. It's just no grip when you get that car or the half a car length off the bottom. 88 was able to hook the bottom. You see how much lower he is right here? He gasses it up, gas to get to him. You see he gets a little bit arrow loose right there. It's over. 88 has the momentum, able to clear him. But that all started. Stockman's going to get frustrated right here because he knows how important the track position is. But that all started in turn 2 with Sammy Smith, and I think Trevor Bayne was on the outside. Let's get a look here at Dean Thompson getting loose, really loose early and slid all the way around.
Heart rate was up for Connor Zilic behind the wheel. Now
after lap.
White flag in the air. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Eric Almirola in front of Connor Zilic. Eric Almirola made his first ever Cup start right here in Las Vegas. A special place for him. He was a runner-up in the spring, so you know he wanted to get back to the top of the mountain, and he's going to do it here tonight. Coming off of turn 4, Eric Almirola sweeps the stages, and he wins the opening race in the round of 8. Give it to number 19. Man, what a...
Dropping down.
This is a nightmare situation for Ryan Blaney. With just 9 laps to go to the end of stage 1.
You can hear it bottoming out.
You can hear the left front bottoming out and start slapping up the rubber. So definitely a tire goes down first and then straight up into the wall. The wall, heavy damage to the steering, left front already flat. So I don't know if he ran something over or what the cause was, but the left front goes down and into the wall for the 12 car. He was last on pit road in the mid-30s, so about 30 laps on that set of tires.
Yeah, he hit so hard it broke all the steering.
Wreck. Wow. And Byron's involved. After a brilliant day, the driver of the relay Chevy. Kim, tell us why. Tell us more.
Yeah, William got on the radio and said, I had no idea he was pitting. I had no idea he was pitting. What was he doing? So William Byron kind of scratching his...
Far around the corner, we've seen some guys as they brake get up into the racing line. Just take a look. Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
No idea that he was pitting at all. Many times the spotters will signal, wave their arms, I'm pitting, and clearly no communication from up there. William Byron just had no indication he was going to pit.
Look at John Hunter Nemechek sideways down pit road. Oh, that's ugly.
Trying to figure out where that 10 is in reference, Jeff. Is he higher than others that have come to pit road?
There are many drivers that have come to pit road not on the white line. I think you should be on the white line. I know it's a little quicker if you're using more of the racetrack, but maybe, we don't know what was going on with Ty Dillon. Maybe he was having a problem with his car, had to come to pit road quickly. We just don't know, but what an impact.
Totally unabated. Just slamming into the back.
And an amazing day.
54 tires. Echo Park Automotive restart zone. Back to it. Logano and Briscoe, the 2-tire stop. Keselowski, the 2-tire stop. Larson did 4. Wow, they're wrecking in 1. It's Ty Gibbs into the wall.
I think that's the 88 of SVG also involved.
Armendinger, the 16. You could feel that. It was building.
A good look here. Watch 4th row. Now 3rd row. The 54's right rear and the 20's left front come in contact to one another. If we back that up, it's kind of like they're not in defined lanes. So right here, 20's looking left. Oh, yep. I don't know if the 20 was getting pushed by the 54, but in the contact between Bell and the 54 sends the 54 spinning.
And I feel like it started with the 88 and the 20. Watch this.
Too wide.
See this contact right there?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Clear high, dig. Dig. Okay.
If you ask yourself, well, where's Bell going? To the front. Bell's trying to get to the front to win this race, and it's just...
Yeah, he was going to try to go to the middle, and the 54 was coming up. It's just a restart. I mean, it's just everybody. Look at Chase Elliott back here. Look at how close he gets to getting in this wreck.
Here's the view from Ty Gibbs. And listen.
Yeah. I mean, what do you even do, right? I
just feel like the 20 was trying to get below the 88. The 54 was coming up.
That's right.
Just a restart. I mean, you just have to be so aggressive.
Here's Van Gisbergen's view.
This happened so quick.
Here's Cody Ware.
I mean, what are you going to do? There's nothing you could do. He was slowing down. You saw people beside him not slowing down, speeding up, and it actually worked out.
Lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. 1 lap to go to determine Denny Hamlin going to the championship 4. What a gritty performance. Coming back from those early race challenges. The 44-year-old veteran who is still searching for that elusive championship. Well, he's going to get win number 60. He's won in Vegas before, but maybe this is the most important win. Denny Hamlin is going to Phoenix.
Woo, let's go, D8. How about that? So proud of you, bud. Las Vegas, getting up on.
He's going to try to get a little bit of energy charged up here to make a run for the lead.
Grant's back 7, 8, 9th place.
Oh, contact.
Grant
he's going to go around.
He goes around.
Oh,
Gets hit by Jake Garcia. Multiple trucks there could not avoid him. Caution is out, lap number 4 for one of our playoff drivers. Last year's winner. A lot of damage.
Oh, that's a tough way to start your day at Talladega.
12th here. Is there going to be a push gone wrong here from Chandler?
Yeah, I think Chandler was getting a push from Tanner Gray.
Wow, Chandler did a heck of a job hanging onto that truck. And look at this.
I can't tell if Majeski got any of that or if he was able to avoid Grant.
It looked like he got by without any contact. Let's see, that's the push right there. You said it, Brad. Push from behind on Chandler Smith sent Grant around. And
oh, Majeski's definitely got damage on the left front. We'll have to get down to pit road and follow that one.
Luke Fenhouse had a lot of speed earlier. His truck doesn't look too bad there in the 66. Here's another look.
Wow.
Oh, all the ThorSport trucks got caught up in that one. No, that's what you really hate to see as a team owner.
You know, we were talking earlier, the pushes will just get crazier and crazier. And there's just times when it's unavoidable. It just looked like that when Chandler had so much momentum from getting pushed from behind. Watch what happens to Grant's hands. I don't think Jake Garcia had any idea what you can't see through the other trucks, and he was just right in the middle of that swarm.
Grant Enfinger makes it down pit road as they take a look, as well as
to do with the aerodynamics on these trucks. It's a truck, it's not a car, it's not made to go.
Lane Riggs was sideways. He gets into the outside wall. Down goes Connor Mozak. Lane Riggs, guys, was just on the outside with that energy building, had about 4 or 5 trucks with him. Now he has issues.
It looks like he got very, very fortunate to only have the damage he has. A little left front tire rub on Lane Riggs, and the yellow is out. He'll have a chance to fix this.
He also, Brad, got into the outside.
Of Connor Mozak, then up towards the wall. He did make some pretty good contact. You're right, Michael.
Chandler's been in the middle of a bunch of action, hasn't he, in that 38 truck?
Yeah, it does look like Chandler was pushing him.
Look at this contact. That's not enough to, I don't think that's going to cause any problems with the right side toe or the rear end housing. I think he's going to be okay.
Let's listen to Lane Riggs' radio.
How's your wheel? Pretty straight, maybe a little bit to the left. I don't know why we're pushing so hard in the corner. What the hell?
And that was his teammate pushing him that he was talking about in the corner. I'm sure just working together, but now Lane Riggs finds himself on pit. 9 laps to go already here in stage number 2. A heck of a battle up front. Gio Ruggiero.
Oh, trouble.
Going around. Somebody hard into the wall. Looks like Brett Holmes in the 1 truck just as we were about to step away.
Lane Riggs got caught in the middle again. Something, his truck must have got out of whack.
Yeah, it looked like Lane Riggs came off the bottom of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2, and it just stacked the whole field up.
There, in the middle, Lane Riggs got put there, and it just, like you said, Brad, it just bottled things up.
Let's get another angle here.
He was running 11th. You see he has to lift and check up a little bit. We're very fortunate only 1 truck got wrecked here. That could have been a huge crash for multiple drivers.
Man, that's a bad break for Brett. That's a hole in that tire and heavy damage.
Big contact.
Tony Breidinger runs right into the back of him, sends him up the track. You see the carcass right there.
Yeah, came rolling off that thing. I don't know how NASCAR hasn't seen that yet to throw yellow.
I think the tire must have cleared the track down into the grass and out of harm's way, maybe.
So we stay green.
Oh, Tony got in the back of him really hard.
Yeah, it's going to spell trouble for that Napa Auto Care truck.
Both trucks will be in trouble. That outside lane only has a limited opportunity to make the move. Really only about 1 or 2 laps by the looks of it.
The pushes aren't getting out of hand, Brad. Can they make it back to the white?
They waited a long time to make that move.
Fenhouse goes around. Luke Fenhouse is around.
Yellow's out.
No damage.
Caution comes out.
Oh.
Wow.
The pushes were just getting too strong.
Yeah.
The trucks could just not take it anymore.
7th caution for this one.
And very fortunate there wasn't a lot of carnage there, just some flat tires on both of these trucks. And Ben Rhodes gives them a push on the exit of turn 2, and the truck just can't take it. Tanner Gray's going to get in the back of Luke Fenhouse in the interim here, and both these trucks spin out, but amazing nobody else is in this crash.
Yeah. Tanner Gray gives a bit of a bump to the back of the 66. Dawson Sutton, you saw back there in the 26 running inside the top 10. He gave enough gap to Gray that they made it through. These pushes, just, we saw it coming. I mean, that's all you can say. You know it's going to happen.
Let's listen to Ben Rhodes' radio.
I don't know how many times I have to lead one of these races with 2 to go and get just pushed sideways on the exit corner. That was literally all I reinforced. I know we're trying to win it, but you can't do that.
Well, he's got the rookie too. His first time ever doing it. And Luke, you guys gave him all the props. He was doing all the right things.
Yes, he was. And you know, I just love what Brad said. Push me, push me, push me.
Why'd you push me so hard?
You push
That's
me too
much.
Where is the line, Brad? I mean,
nobody really knows until you know when there's a crash. And you know, Luke got into him a little bit early.
Our first attempt here will be a green-white checker. We stay caution-free.
Nice hop there by Heim. You saw him really pull up on the back of Gio. And that
energy, but look at the 3rd trucks, how they're connected.
Spire trucks working well together on the outside.
The top 3 are very well connected. A lot of energy up there. They're going to start to fall apart. You see the other 3rd truck roll forward, Ty Majeski, and that's going to bring the bottom lane back forward.
Majeski was slow on the start, but like you said, Brad, he's closed in now, right on the back of Heim. Can he shove Heim into Ruggiero?
And he does.
I think he did just that.
Perfect timing, right on the entry, just before the entry of turn 3 here.
Gio needs to tuck it over a little bit. You don't want to leave that gap on the bottom.
You see the 77 and the 7 in the top lane with a big push.
Coming out of turn 4, they make their way through the tri-oval. Next flag will be the white flag.
So this race will now be official.
Big run for Corey LaJoie on the outside.
Final lap, Gio Ruggiero has dominated the race as much as you can at Talladega. He's led 36 laps. Can he lead at the very end when it matters most?
Nice push there by Heim off turn 2.
Corey Heim's going to have a very difficult decision to make here. Does he stick with his teammate or does he chase the record book? Because he's going to get him into turn 3 with the lead.
Look at Majeski all over the back of that 11 truck.
Corey Heim, second inside, 10 wins on the season. He stays tucked up with his teammate right now. Out of turn number 4.
A good push on the outside lane. This is looking like it.
Gio Ruggiero in the 17, the 19-year-old. Does he hold off his teammate? He doesn't. Gio Ruggiero, welcome to victory lane.
How about that?
Starts P1.
Right, this is through the tri-oval. This is when the cars are most on edge right here. You see Jeb gets in the back of Sheldon Creed, gets loose, goes up the track, and gets into a variety of different cars here.
It almost looks like the double zero had to check up a little bit, getting loose. Jeb got into them a little bit, knew he was slowing down and moved up. I'd like to know what was in front of the double zero, or did he have an issue? You see he's right behind Sawalage. It's like they all checked up just a little bit.
Yep.
Kind of the accordion effect. Jones hooks him in the right rear.
And that is the most treacherous place of Talladega.
An incredible job of being able to maintain that track position better than I feel like we've seen anybody at this stage in the race.
Look at this 4 wide, 6 to go in the stage. Points, and there goes Leland Honeyman. Adeline Zillage was there, and Connor Mozak collected as well. Third caution of the day, comes out 6 laps to go, stage 2.
As we get another look at it here, yeah, you see the 70 there. Leland Honeyman just gets tagged maybe there by Connor Mozak a little bit, but the hardest part is when those cars aren't perfectly lined up and you're overlapping each other a little bit. It just is very confusing and you get disjointed from the wheel. The spotter can't really tell you what's happening. You end up with a result like this.
So interesting to watch. Watch as they take this tire off here. They get a hammer underneath here. They start pulling on this right front fender. Watch it just snap back.
Front to go down, up top, right next to the wall. Essentially. So not too...
You know,
not too hard to hit, but initially. Yeah, but not too hard.
Got Jeb Burton down there. Almirola continues to dance. Into the 19, and there's a crash. Caution is out. Almirola involved. Nearly went up and over. Did the 19.
Yeah, that was a big wreck for. Eric got turned head on into the wall.
We'll go to overtime at Talladega.
So here they are. It starts to get stacked up on the top. Jesse Love basically gets forced to the bottom in some respects. I think that was a tick earlier than he wanted to go. He probably wanted to wait till the 27 was further up there. Then the 8 there, Sammy Smith goes to the middle. The 27 puts him 3 wide, and at that point he wanted to sort of get back up. Eric Almirola was also trying to cover down at the same time, gets turned into Jeb Burton, ricochets off him into the wall in front of the field there. Really scary angle to be turned towards the outside wall.
Yeah, the 19 had a bad angle hitting the outside. As you see, the 8 gets just to his inside. 3 wide right there. Watch the 19. He gets turned up into the wall, and Daniel Dye also had a massive hit on the inside wall.
Working that outside lane. Austin Hill away with the race lead. Eckes is second. Quapple is third.
They're going to have a little bit of a run. If the 1 can get to the 16's bumper, they might have enough.
Can the 7, look at the run the 7 has getting to the 1. Can they push him?
Off the turn 4 and back to the tri-oval. Austin Hill leads. Outside lane, Carson Quapple. Back to the start-finish line. Here they are.
Hill's out of gas.
Austin Hill has one and wins. 2 in a row at Talladega.
It's not the big one, but it's big enough to affect multiple cars and teams, and a playoff driver in Chase Elliott. So AJ's in that 16. Gregson's up above him. And it was Jones into Gregson, Armendinger, and there's more contact to come.
Yeah, I think we talked about this a lot. It was time to go. Big push from the 43 to the back of the 4. Just turns the 4. Turns him around to the left, catches the 16, who goes up and makes a really big impact. Look at the front of the field right here. 2 big hits. The 16, oh, that 7 as well. So many big hits into that safer barrier. Here we go. Big pack of cars.
Oh, Van Gisbergen's gone. Spinning on entry to pit lane.
And they all avoid him. Somehow he slides through the pack and into the grass. We'll watch the gas only stops and see if SVG can get going, or will it bring out a yellow?
He's stuck.
12 away, 24 away. Remember, these cars won't lose a lap, so these pit stops are vitally important. I believe the 88 may bring out a yellow. I think NASCAR is trying to give them a chance to get going.
SVG is really good at braking on road courses. The difference is with this tire at this racetrack, it makes nowhere near the grip as a road course tire or a short track tire. It is hard to get a car to stop. So he trying to take advantage of the skills that he has, ends up locking the rear brakes up and then loses control.
How that didn't take anybody else out is a minor miracle. All right, we can talk about that later. Right now, let's talk about this Busch Light as he ended up spinning in his own oil.
Yeah, he came by on the front stretch very, very, very slow. We weren't sure he was going to get back around even from that. The engine, it sounded like it had expired on the 51. And then with him spinning on the apron on 1 and 2, it was a required caution instantly from NASCAR, and this will put the entire field.
Oh, the first one there.
Buescher thought about it. William Byron goes lower. Larson is in the middle. Alex Bowman staying way out of the way. He goes down onto the apron, and around goes Chris Buescher. Buescher's in the fence.
Big impact, driver's side.
It is not the catalyst for the big one, but it takes the RFK driver out of the Yellowwood 500.
Yeah, pushes gone bad. We see it so many times. Blocks or pushes are typically how these wrecks happen, and that's it. So much momentum. It looked like Byron was getting a push from someone behind him as well. Let's see it. Right there. Yes, that's what happened. Hocevar with a big push into the 24 Byron. And then as soon as Byron gets to Buescher, he gets another hit, and around Buescher goes.
This brings us to a green-white checker overtime situation presented by Credit One Bank. Who do you have? Who do you like? And who's going to perform the biggest on the big track? Back to racing, and the teammates on the front row. William Byron on the inside, Kyle Larson on the outside. Who's going to make the right decision at the right time? Hocevar in the 77, pushing William Byron. Bubba Wallace pushing Kyle Larson. The teammates on the third row from Joe Gibbs Racing. 3 playoff drivers in the top 4 positions. Bubba Wallace doesn't care about that. He wants another win at Talladega. Kyle Larson's trying to get his first ever win on a super speedway. Wallace has half a car length at the moment. The Hendrick teammates, what's happened? Look at this, Larson is out. Maybe out of gas. That leaves Wallace. Here comes Briscoe on the inside. Ty Gibbs has got a chance. Gilliland's got a chance. Tucked up on that low line. The Joe Gibbs Racing teammates with Bubba Wallace up high. They're in the shadows of the tri-oval. Briscoe, Wallace, Gibbs. Chase Briscoe's going to get his first win on a super speedway and lock his way into the championship 4. He joins his Joe Gibbs race.
His final year.
This is a 3-wide bomb here.
Can't tell if there's any contact. Oh, there's contact now. Around goes Andres Perez. Contact. Caution is out. Just 7 laps in here.
They all just kind of come together here in 3 and 4. Perez is going to get the worst end of this.
We're under caution at Martinsville for the first time. Here we slice around Norm Benning. Benning goes around, contact. We saw him in that fiery crash a week ago. The caution is out.
What a save Norm had right there. He was always kind of corrected and didn't do a full spin. Norm, he still got it.
Under caution once again for this incident. Norm Benning goes around. They check up all around him.
With his issue on that pass restart, might have broke the ductwork out of Daniel Hemrick's truck.
Ruth slows after Caden Honeycutt.
Oh, he's got a flat tire.
And around he goes. Raja, more damage.
This is huge for Raja, for the team, and for all the playoff bubble standings.
And cut down, you can't do
here
anything.
You can see the
about
contact on that left rear tire. And right here, you can tell something's wrong. And you're just going too fast to be able to do anything about it.
Raja was 8th at the time.
Tough break.
Doing all he could with all the damage he already had from earlier contact.
I'm going to tell you, he's not going to be very happy over this. You know, not only did his day get ruined, but that contact with Caden Honeycutt was pretty tough.
I think that if you're Tyler Ankrum back in 18th place, you definitely have to pit. Where the question gets a little bit fuzzier, if you will, is going to be up around Daniel Hemrick, Grant Enfinger in 10th and 11th. I think they come, right, Brad?
For NASCAR and the way the playoff structure is, 5 points right now feels like a lot.
I am so nervous for all these guys right now. One thing goes wrong. And
look at the battle for sixth.
Big crash.
And the caution comes out again. Tony Breidinger hard into the outside wall. Whew, and the 84 as well, Patrick Staropoli.
Kind of a quiet day for her. Ooh, so she's going to get some contact with Corey LaJoy. It's going to turn her around into the outside wall in turns 1 and 2.
On the outside, it'll be 38 laps to go.
And they got side by side.
Oh, there we go.
Gio Ruggiero sends Connor Mozak to the outside wall. Caution is out.
You could see that coming. The Wolves were coming to eat, all with faster tires. Someone was going to get 8. Fortunately, it's Connor Mozak.
So that's the 9th caution.
Potentially right here, Brad.
He's fading
now
fast.
He's the guy that we've got to really look at. And
oh, wow, what a strike. That was a terrible corner, 1 and 2. That truck is limping.
Around they go. 41. Connor Jones, a few trucks involved here. The caution comes out for the 11th time.
Oh, Majeski's in a lot of trouble right here, guys. His tires have faded. He's got contact.
On the restart. And not sure that we've seen that truck do that all night long, and a little bit odd, so we'll have to keep an eye on what's going on there to cause that.
2 point, Regan. He had contact with the wall.
And the 52 has never won a Truck Series race. Here we go. Green flag in the air. It's NASCAR overtime. Corey Heim, clean restart. Nose to nose for Caden Honeycutt in the 1 of Brent Cruz. Then you have Lane Riggs there. Riggs out by 1 point right now.
They're going to be 3 wide, maybe.
White flag. Next flag will end the race. 1 lap to go.
Oh, big contact. Lane Riggs is going to work Brent Cruz up the racetrack.
Lane Riggs is desperate right now. 1 point out. He has to do everything possible to pick that position out. Meanwhile, up front, Corey Heim sees his 11th win of the season. Corey Heim wins it.
Halfway through, nearly halfway through our opening stage. Justin Allgaier is up to second.
Oh, got a car
around. You know, this place produces cautions, and we've got our first of the night, 91 Mike Snyder.
Being in danger of going a lap down if this continued on. So we see here Mike Snyder and Nick Sanchez racing down into turn 1. We've seen wheel hop be a thing. Let's see how this.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. That looked like not much turn out of the 48 there. I think there was some frustration maybe from Sanchez.
Not sure if 48 went up the track there. Nonetheless, they connected.
Playoff drivers here. One is Quapple, came in above the cut. Sammy Smith just below, and they have been connected at the hip all night long as the caution waves this time for the 99 of Connor Mozak, and it comes out 15.
Car is still there. Maybe just had one bad corner if he knows.
And is still yet to make a pit stop.
Got the left rear down here. So you can see there's the right side you're going forward. So looks like possibly already had that left rear going down.
Yeah, we didn't see the straightaway before that if there was some contact. He's lucky, though.
Yeah,
a lot
you
of
can
times
see
in
it.
that left rear.
Both drive for Joe Gibbs Racing.
You know what? It almost looks like what happened to Mayer earlier. It's like Gray pulled down to get in behind him.
Side lane.
And you gotta, if you're Eric, you're like, I don't mind you hitting me once, but they can't be every corner here.
And boom, there it is. Josh Williams brings out our 6th caution of the night. And now we'll see how things shake out from a strategy perspective. 58 to go.
We got a parking lot out here.
Say, and he wasn't the only one. Brendan Poole got some of that, and so did Brendan Queen in the 11th.
Oh, that's going to trap Justin Allgaier up there.
Hey, look at, oh, no!
breakout right here, 3 wide. Allgaier gets trapped right there. And then he's going to try to get back down the line. Contact from Ellis. JGR.
They won 5 of the last 7 here, 6 of the last 10 is Joe Gibbs Racing. And we talk about Taylor Gray and his Martinsville disappointments. Think back to the last elimination race. Missed advancing by 1 point. 7th caution of the night. A true shot to race the 1 of Carson Kvapil for that position.
Take a look here. Anthony Alfredo in the back of Parker Retzloff, who gets into Christian Eckes, spins around. And then here comes Brad Perez. Maybe off the bumper there, Blaine Perkins. It's a little bit of aggression late in the race. Maybe there was something that was preceded that beforehand.
2 drivers that have to win tonight. Kvapil goes around. Carson Kvapil out of line, 8th caution of the day.
Oh, he's got locked up. He's being pushed by Harrison Burton a little bit. Goes up the track.
I think Sieg pulled down to block Harrison Burton. Burton got into the back of Sieg, and then that forced him into the one.
You can see the left front locked up. He's trying to stop it. And Carson was really just the unlucky recipient.
You know, you talk about those drivers that are thinking win. It's for the 10 of Daniel Dye. Likely sets up an overtime scenario, and the drama continues to unfold.
Well, you got to look, Sammy Smith. Daniel Dye looks like he had a cut tire. There's a lot of contact earlier. You talked about it. Parker almost got turned directly into Carson.
What a job by Kvapil. I mean, you talked about the advance.
Here, can he get closer? It's still big enough gap.
Taylor Gray leads. Kvapil showing +4.
I think he's close enough.
Oh, Sammy's there.
Had a good run.
Here we go to turn 3. Gray out front of Smith. This time he's all clear. Welcome to the club, Taylor Gray. You are a winner in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And here comes Carson Kvapil.
Wow. Kvapil in. Burton out of the way at the front of the field, going off into 1. They were angry about it. Jeb got back to him and expressed his displeasure. And then after the checkered, this is Sam Mayer sort of sending another message to Jeb. That's going to be very much frowned upon by NASCAR.
This is the Xfinity 500 from Martinsville Speedway here in Virginia, live on NBC, and we're under caution. Under caution for the first time today.
Back up right there, but it looked like he was getting spun around off the nose of the 23 of Bubba Wallace. Zane Smith in the 38 also kind of involved, shooting to the bottom over that curbing. It's like a wreck that wrecked and then unwrecked, if you could do that. Not sure that's possible, but somehow Suarez pulled it off.
Back in 20th position, just 3 wide into these corners is very difficult to pull off.
So what I was saying, it's a very interesting time.
Yes, everybody just trying to make a move. That is a late move underneath the 41 of Custer.
Yeah, he's not going to love that.
No, nor is.
For Chase Elliott in the 19.
Are you talking about going to full 120? Yes, copy.
Caution is out. And is that the 77 of Carson Hocevar? Indeed it is.
Carson's being shown 2 laps down right now.
Oh, it looks like Suarez behind him. 99. Hard to tell from that angle if there was contact. It is an odd spot to spin out by yourself.
Oh, lucky for Kyle Larson. Watch this.
That is bottom.
Well, and that's what makes this playoff field just so impressive this year. It's the heavyweights of all heavyweights. As you see, the caution comes out. Cole Custer in that 41 scheme spun around. All 4 tires are aired up.
Cole's running in the 15th place. Around that, he's been able to stay in the lead lap. He's been having a good day. Fortunately, he's able to stay in the lead lap right here.
Into the 41. Won't be the last time we see a stack up like that.
That's been going on as long as they built this racetrack.
Yeah, watch with the 6. This happens right in front of him. He has to make a decision, low or high. And oh boy.
Does he make contact here? No.
Nicely done, Brad Keselowski.
See how he got off the brakes at the last
Yeah.
second? He had everything locked up, and then at the last second he got off the brakes, and that allowed the car to turn. If he had have stayed, to win today.
Well, if I'm Brady Fugel, too, I'm reminding the 24 to check his mirror. We're not as good as we once thought we were. The 12 is pretty good as we see the 51 spin around. That'll bring out the yellow.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. Field compact, but they gather their speed up in enough time not to put Cody Ware in a more awkward position.
Seen this. It's just nothing you can do as a driver, right? Wheels loose, tires down, wheel comes off. It's completely out of your control.
Well, Josh Berry, the good news is for the... We haven't seen shadows off the race cars. I only say that because concrete surfaces are so temperature sensitive when it comes to tire wear. So this has been overcast all day. Oh, you got a caution. Josh Berry, the 21, spun around. I was going to ask if maybe the sun coming out, Jeff, is going to change the way these cars drive.
Berry was 18th at the time of spinning. Stevie, you talk about temperature. 59 degrees, so it's been a cool day here in Virginia. Check this out.
3 wide once again. We rarely see it work.
Combo shot.
Second time in a row that Berry was the victim of a combo shot, though. Here it is from Bubba Wallace's view.
It's not what the Wood brothers wanted to see. Their 21 car spun around up against the wall. They had a big celebration this week in Stewart. A lot of their former drivers, one of them being Dale Jarrett, was there.
Well, this 23 who we're on board with, and that 6 of Brad Keselowski, are racing for the free pass. So this is the same situation over again. We will see how NASCAR looks at this situation. It would be either the 6 or the 23, whoever scored the highest.
There will be no free pass on that one. That one's much easier.
Here, bottom box, Byron in the middle of 3 and 4. Oh. And the 43 spins in front of him. We'll see if this brings the yellow out. I think it's going to have to bring the yellow out. This is going to mix everything up. Currently still green. Let's see where this gets blended around. All right.
Now the yellow's out.
Now the yellow's out. And there is Blaney and there is Byron. So we're going to have to see because there were some cars that hadn't pitted. This is in C, but let's see what happens for the yellow.
Eric Jones, the white and green 43 at the bottom. Contact with Bubba Wallace.
I'm not sure what happens right
so
there.
I think what happens is the 43 just comes off pit road.
Right.
He's on super low air pressure.
Wow.
Drives in the corner. The car doesn't make the grip he was expecting to. This is one of the things that will happen at this racetrack. When you're low on air pressure, look at the left front tire lockup. It just didn't turn and then contact with the 23. That's what that was all about, just not having grip with cold tires on a cold day.
So we have a lot to figure out exactly, I believe.
As well, and they weren't exactly sure where they were supposed to be and who they were supposed to be ahead of. They sorted through it as we got a caution on the track.
77 of Carson Hocevar got spun around again. Now this will clean up all the confusion of the running order right here. This is a little bit of a fresh rinse for everyone. Now the question will be, what does everybody do? Right, you get 10 laps on your tires. Do you give up track position? There's
some kind of problem with the 71. Yeah, there's some sort of an issue.
Future teammates at Spire next year.
Man, Christmas party's going to be great this year.
Yeah, but look at this. Yeah.
What is?
I think this. Go back and show that again and start it earlier. The 77 gets slow on the front straightaway. It ended up here, but something happened on the straight. Yeah, watch this. Watch the 77. The bottom of the racetrack. Look how much he slows. And now Suarez trying to dodge him. He makes contact. And then I think he thinks the 77 is having an issue, so he drives in there like Hocevar is going to give him the bottom.
There might be an off-season kumbaya at Spire. Come on, you guys. Let's all sit down and make sure we get... Hello.
Remember me?
Christopher Bell's like, thank you.
Yeah. We talked a lot about what Blaney, he's still got 8 points to make up, but he is running 10. Oh, we got a car around. That's a 77 of Hocevar.
Caution out.
Some people loved this, and some people hated it. William Byron did not want to see this. Larson did not want to see this. On the other
Championship 4 decided on pit road.
Here's what happened to Carson Hocevar. Contact from behind, and around goes the 77.
McDowell, I believe, behind him.
I mean, I feel like
And I tell you what, I don't know what's Spires. We got a lot going on.
Land of free spins.
Here is the cause, and sets up for a gripping race to the finish.
As it was happening,
You see just it's a little sideways enter in turn 1, or kind of just after the middle of turn 1 almost, and can't quite save it. So
Whoa,
Yeah,
Lane
we
Riggs
have
brings it to pit road.
some takers. Lane Riggs has set sail.
Wow.
Caden had the 98 and Majeski cleared for a moment, but Majeski in a second. We've got a big crash. Caution is out again for the 5th time. Gio Ruggiero involved. Andres Perez is destroyed. Saw another truck or two involved. There's Gio.
This is major.
Wow.
yeah, hard hits for all of these trucks right here.
Oh, the 44 got loose, Regan. Into the turn.
Look at that impact as the
Bailey
truck comes
Curry with
off
a
the
big
air.
hit there too in the 45.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's going to end his night as well. Didn't it look like to you that Andres got loose and that started it? Or can we get another look at that? Make sure I didn't speak out of turn. He just shot up the hill.
Something caused him to shoot up off the
Yeah.
bottom there. And I thought I saw paint on the A pillar, which is right in front of the window net there. And now we see why there was paint there on the Andres Perez truck.
Remember Tyler Ankrum pitting? He's back in this mess. Looked like maybe there was a bottle up. You heard Ankrum. Heard Ankrum off the
let's take a
gas.
look at
This
this
is
right
going to give
here.
us the look we need. For some reason, that 44 just went straight.
Yeah, something-
It looked like something happened to the right front, maybe.
Yeah, because even with the bobble, the bottleneck that happened in front of Andres Perez, he had a gap in front of him to the trucks in front of him, and it looked like it.
It's like there's some heavy contact there.
Connor Mozak. Ooh, a lot of damage there. They're telling him to get down, and he does right there.
Then he goes back up.
Left front fender, obviously it's smoking. It looks like it's gotten a little bit better during the course of this lap, so definitely have to keep an eye on that.
Continues to lead out front.
Oh, he's in the wall.
And
is
now
that going to bring out the
Connor
caution?
Mozak
Yes,
in
it
the
is.
wall, and the caution comes out.
Oh, please tell me. Oh.
We will have 4 fresh tires on the inside. They're stacking up on the right side. Green flag is in the air. NASCAR overtime, 5 wide up front. Parsons on the outside. Here comes Ty Majeski, the 98.
Look at Corey Heim. Can he
all the
clear
way
him?
up front, side by side. Majeski. The next flag they see will be the white one. Can Majeski hold off Corey Heim from 10th spot? They're wrecking behind him. Will we stay green? Caution is out. Grant Enfinger, Tyler Ankrum, one of our championship contenders involved there. The 60.
And right here, I thought he was going to get boxed in behind the 9 of Grant Enfinger, but what are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They were 7
that
wide.
was
right
7.
there.
7
that is
wide.
absolutely incredible.
Oh, man.
And the accident happened just behind him. Those 4 wide drivers got together.
Talk about Majeski putting his chips on Stephen Parsons. Parsons does his job, brakes strong, and that allowed the rest of these guys with those fresh tires to fight for it.
And right
here it's 7 wide. And look at Majeski squirting through on the top side. His move was equally as impressive.
Both drivers, and this is, this is for a championship. Just everything you got right now, and that's what all 3 of those drivers that are in the first 3 spots did.
Now here's what happened behind him.
Infinger squeezes in there, and it looked like Butcher just came down a little bit, not knowing that Infinger had committed.
And tough spot there. The spotters, you're coming straight at the spotters right there where they stand down in turns 3 and 4 at Phoenix. And you got to remember also that Cole Butcher on old tires, just doing whatever he can to try and hold them off there. And I know that doesn't make Tyler Ankrum feel any better, but just everybody coming together here. It's 4 wide into turn 3 at Phoenix.
Tanner Gray in the 15 was having a great night as well, caught up right here.
What a save by Stephen Parsons in the 7.
Yeah,
see that green truck make a big save.
Matt Crafton.
Huge impacts.
Yeah, it looked like that Butcher just tried to squeeze in there, the rookie making a bit of a mistake. But like you said, Regan, 4 wide into turn 3. How are you going to get out of that?
This is
go on board with Corey Heim.
Let's just listen.
Let me see. He waits right there just like he needs to.
Shifted gears.
Shifts, yep.
And it was almost enough to clear Majeski, but not quite. What is going to happen now, Regan? These 2 trucks on the front row racing for a championship.
Ty Majeski, Corey Heim up front. 2 laps to decide the championship. Kane Honeycutt is right there. Nose to nose.
Majeski sends it in there. Heim up the track. He gets the lead.
Corey Heim, Ty Majeski, Caden Honeycutt. Next flag will be the white flag. There it is. The next flag will end this race. What a storybook season it has been for Corey Heim. The best we've ever seen. An 11-time winner. They'll be moving on from the Truck Series full-time. This young man from Georgia. It has been magical. And here he comes one last time. Corey Heim wins the race. Corey Heim is a champion.
Wow.
There it is.
You get frustrated back here because it seems like everyone's racing each other so tough. So we have a caution out.
3rd caution of the night, and the first for an incident on track. Leland Honeyman Jr. made his first career start here at Phoenix, and the 70 got away from him.
There's Leyland at the top of the screen.
Little contact maybe.
Daniel Dye with him. That backup
Definitely.
car. Yep. And they move up, and Leyland goes
the
around.
99
Wow.
barely
Connor
sneaks by.
Mozak just dances below. He's really glad that apron's so big down there.
The thing that I wonder right now is it shakes us up. I know we've talked about in the past flipping the stage, and if you're going for points, if you're not, I just wonder if you're the 1 car of Coop, do you take a chance here, right? Because if it runs green, those tires are going to be a massive advantage.
Justin didn't get the best start there. He spun him a little bit.
Top 4 all together. And there goes a spinner. Ryan Sieg into the wall.
Big contact.
Wow. Hard hit.
Caution of the night. 2nd for an incident on track. And all that strategy conversation we were just having.
Never mind.
It's not a part of the equation anymore.
Here's Christian Eckes, the 16. Getting a little momentum. Oh, just right.
Gosh,
just completely misjudged it.
Yeah, but you would just think that they've run multiple laps, unless the 41 lifted early, but listening to the radio, it happened unexpected.
Sieg making his 400th series start here tonight.
And they were. Justin said they were almost a little bit too free. They'll make some changes there. Jesse Love said he was too tight on that run. Stockman is really
20 years old from California. Jesse Love wins at Phoenix, and he is the 2025 Xfinity Series champion.
What a moment for that family.
Caution's out for the first time today. And it's John Hunter Nemechek.
Interesting spot, kind of the end of the backstretch. It's going to be interesting to see how he got here. I'm guessing had to be some contact between a couple cars.
See what we can figure out happened with the 42 car.
That was a little difficult to pick up.
Yeah, here we go.
This might tell us more.
Oh.
Third time lucky. Ah, there is contact there.
And Nemechek's had a good year this year. More top 5s, top 10s, and laps led in this year than any other season. Team Legacy Motorsports, Jimmy Johnson.
Thank you, Daniel. So wishing him well as we've got trouble with his teammate at Trackhouse, Shane Van Gisbergen.
Oh, man. See some smoke out the back. I can't tell if it's engine or tire. Right sides look up as the left rear.
No grip. For the 88 cars, he spun out. So in a bad situation, a lot of good things happen here for that 19.
Oh, SVG, we talk about this track a lot. It's a little bit like Richmond. You think the corner's over. It isn't.
No.
There's so low a grip, and then he just spun it out. You know, hats off to SVG. I know this isn't the send-off he's looking for. 5 wins in the road courses, though. Continually improving, moving up inside the top 20 and a lot.
Or right rear grip, so not the way they wanted to end this 2025 season.
Got another tire failure. It looks like to me the 16 of AJ Allmendinger. This is the second hit that he's had today, this weekend. It looked very similar to what he had in practice.
On Friday was so significant that this is the backup car. Let's have a look at what happened to AJ.
Yeah, gets in the corner and there it goes.
Another blown front tire.
Once that happens, Steve, it just does not turn and you're along for the ride. This was practice on Friday. Look at this hit. Car just doesn't turn. Looks so similar between the two incidents.
Sure does. And AJ was just on pit road about 15 laps ago under green flag. So, man, I can only imagine that AJ's got to be just super frustrated to take 2 big impacts with flat front tires.
As far as Denny Hamlin's able to get back out in front of him, will Byron have the type of race he needs?
Caution, he's sitting backwards up top.
Problems here for Ty Dillon. So we saw his older brother have that front right issue. Now it's the 10's turn.
Right rear.
Right rear is flat. I see some damage around. Oh, loose in. Hard to tell from that angle if the tire was already flat. It's off the wheel, which probably tells me that it kind of went flat first as quickly as that spun around.
Yeah, as loose as it got and how quickly it got that loose, I think probably a tire issue.
Again, after that brilliant comeback, it's happened again. Caution is out on the track. Issues for Carson Hocevar.
Another flat tire. Flat tire on the right front of the 77. So the 2 laps now on this set, so you'd like to try to get 5 or 7 more.
About the same, but struggling to figure out. Got one spinning in front here in the fence. Watch him come back down.
Uh-oh, problem, big problem. Up ahead.
Austin Cindric.
Turn 4. Heavy damage.
Unfortunate wreck for the 2, running 10th. A nice run for Austin Cindric, trying to finish the year out.
Yeah, going down the straightaway. Soon as he lifts, you saw the air blow out of left rear tire. Saw it just immediately, and now you're just completely out of control. Car turns around. As Steve said, big impact.
So now, is it going to be speed or durability? What's going to win this championship with 53 to go? Regardless of how much air you're putting in your tires, you want to be the first guy off pit road with them.
And of course, as NASCAR racing goes.
Before we get there and talk more about Briscoe, let's have a look what happened to Yaley.
Oh, straight into the corner.
Similar to Armendinger.
Yeah. Luckily, he kind of gets it turned.
Yeah, he did a great job there.
Wow. But you see the right front. So not only it's flat, it's kind of pointed out. So I don't know if he had a. I mean, look, it's obviously broken. So I don't know if the tire went flat and something broke, or something broke and it forced the tire to go flat. Unbelievable today. What a great race car, and what a great job by the driver, the pit crew, everybody. Kim.
Okay. Oh boy, William Byron. William Byron has a tire issue and the caution is out.
And please, under the apron.
And Nork and Hamlin so close to the end. Have a listen.
Oh, as soon as he lifted, he knew he was in trouble. He just cannot keep it from hitting the wall. Did all he could, but it's just nothing you can do to get the car slowed down enough from where it blew. And now this sets up clearly the 24 is in trouble if you're thinking about a championship, but you mentioned it a minute ago. Larson and Briscoe on 2 tires, staying in that position, 4th and 5th. They're not out of it.
Here we go to determine the championship. NASCAR Overtime presented by Credit One Bank. Hamlin on that far right. Look for the big P on the hood. And he's almost level with Larson. Larson's way up high. And look at Larson shoot around them all. Logano gets a little bit squiggly. Keselowski leads. 3 wide down into turn 3. Kyle Larson has the advantage here. White flag is out. Final lap of the season, presented by Credit One Bank. There is less than a mile between Kyle Larson and a second NASCAR Cup Series championship. Hamlin isn't within reach. Incredible day, incredible scenes. And the 33-year-old from Elk Grove, California, Kyle Larson, comes to the line and is a 2-time champion.
Let's go, team! Let's go! I can't believe it.
When the day looked done, never give up.